Did you blow a raspberry?
Yeah, I blew a little raspberry at you. I was feeling a little silly.
You're feeling really saucy tonight.
Yeah, I got a little bit of sauce in me. Actually, I do got a little bit of sauce right here. You want to hear?
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh.
What was that?
Oh, dear. This is something I found in a grocery store. It's a BuzzBallz.
Oh, I know what BuzzBallz are.
It says it's 15% alcohol by volume. They're just a little orb, and they were at the front of the store, and we were like, haha, that would be dumb. We wouldn't get those. And then we got to the back of the store with the milk and the eggs, and we saw a giant stack of them. And we're like, but what if we did have one? And now our house is full of BuzzBallz of different flavors and varieties.
This sounds like a street name for a drug, like a fucked up.
It does.
does.
Yeah.
I'm looking this up. I've never heard of this. This looks it does look silly though.
Doesn't it have like champagne in it, or am I crazy?
That's interesting.
This has orange wine with coconut, pineapple, and lime
That's
juices
right.
because it's a
Whoa,
colada. I've got a
okay.
colada flavor.
That's right. The BuzzBallz have like champagne and wine
So
in them
they're-
and stuff. They're
okay, I
real
get it.
silly.
They're
Shake
just like-
Well, women owned.
Okay.
This is a woman owned ball.
Shouts out to women.
Shout out to women. Let's go, girls. Let's go, sisters.
Oh, it's kind of burns.
How buzzed are you? Are you getting buzzed?
Actually, yeah.
Immediately from the jump?
Well, no, but I had one yesterday and it took about 5 minutes before I was like, wow, I'm toasted. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's a high alcohol content number I'm seeing for how small it is.
Yes.
But again, it's like a cocktail, yeah.
They also had in a cooler section like 99-cent cocktails. And like those are you look at them and you're like, I shouldn't ingest that. That's terrible. But when they put them in a fun little orb and call it a BuzzBall, I'm like, oh boy, we're gonna have fun today. When they say wine cooler and it's just in a 99-cent plastic bottle, I'm like, oh, that'll hurt you.
I'm glad it's living up to the name at least.
It very much does.
It is a ball, right? It is an orb.
It's
yeah,
a ball.
It's orb-like. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm looking at it. It looks like a Christmas ornament too. They should
Yes.
play up with that. They should really. Yeah.
I think, yeah, at the
It's
next
not even the holiday season yet.
the Christmas function, you go to the holiday party and your boss is like,
No, yeah,
hey.
you put this in a giant jar. That's like already a Christmas decoration.
Around under the family tree, you just get a little
Yes.
bunch of BuzzBallz. You just put a bunch of orbs in your tree and they're full of alcohol. Christmas tradition.
You know, the Who's circle, the Who's circling the Christmas tree singing. It's just a tree made of BuzzBallz. It's just a pile of BuzzBallz.
Welcome to the Gamesline podcast. John and Mav are on special assignment in at Oticon right now, so we're
So important.
So Daddy's away, the kids will play, and we are playing right now.
I gotta drink alcohol on this episode.
With no one's permission.
Historically a dry podcast. No one's allowed to drink anything whatsoever.
It's locked away when the child safe proof zip ties.
I'm Scott B. I'm here with Solon, and I'm also here with Elvie. Hi Solon, hi Elvie. Hi Elvie.
Hi, Elvie.
Hi Elvie.
Hi, Elvie.
I'm sleepy. I don't know. I've been sleepy all day. It's been a sleepy Sunday.
I'm drinky. Which one are you, Elvie? Which of the 7 dwarves are you?
Yeah, which of the dwarves are you?
Which of the 7 dwarves am I? I don't even remember their different I remember their different names or different mood sets. I'm neither of those things. I can say.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
Real
you
quick.
Pull the list.
No. By memory,
Yes.
how many dwarves can you remember? Sleepy's definitely one of them. That one's
Sleepy.
locked.
Yes.
Yeah, Sleepy, Dopey. I know Doc is one, which is insane to me.
That's
I
right.
feel like,
Doc is the
I feel
joke
like that's
one.
a Disney made up one, right? Or I don't know. I could be wrong. I feel like Disney made that shit
I think
up.
they're all Disney made up ones. What are you talking about, Elvie? Do you think they had names in Snow White's
I
original,
don't know
like...
if they did. I truly don't know. Maybe not.
They would
I
have been
could be
named,
wrong.
like, Bjorn and Bjarni.
Yeah, or one of them would have been named Thor, too, sure. I don't know.
That's where Clarny comes from, actually.
So, yeah, you gotta get in Disney brain, because
So
this
I got
was...
like 3 of them.
Yep.
Mopey. I feel like Mopey's... There's
Mopey
a...
Yes.
sounds right.
Mopey sounds right. I feel like though it's not Mopey, but there was a sad one. There was like an Eeyore type guy. So that's 4.
Wait. No, that's not naming it. You're just saying one of them is a sad guy. you're like, well, one of them's Doc, one of them's Sleepy, one of them's Mopey, and one of them's just depressed.
Let's see. There was the happy, boisterous one. So that one went Jolly? No, that could not be
Jolly sounds correct.
But that doesn't sound like a name.
I think it's just Happy. I'm pretty sure it's just Happy.
It probably was just Happy. So that's 5. 2 more. I
There's
feel
an
like there
angry
was
one.
like there was like a more neutral, grounded one, but like a go-getter type one. So not Happy though. That's a little hard. What would the name of that one be? Peppy?
Peppy.
Catatonic.
Condensed. Just fine right here. I feel like, yeah, there was we said Sleepy. One more. What would one more
You said
be?
Sleepy.
Who's the
my
pissed
gosh.
off one?
Yeah, there was a bit angry. I think that one was just angry.
It's just anger.
Okay.
Yeah, he constantly turned red. Yep.
The 7 dwarves
Were
are...
you keeping score?
I was keeping score.
Yes, okay.
You got 4
Bashful.
correct.
One of them was Bashful, I think.
Yes.
Okay, you got 5
Happy.
correct.
It was not Happy. It was Bashful. Yeah, they were not all using the E like word schematic.
Right.
Yes.
They were Doc. Well, this is out of order because I know
Okay.
Doc is last. I'm just reading from the first list of the Google,
Yes.
the Google results, and they definitely have them in incorrect order. But the answers that they provide here are Doc, Sleepy, Dopey. This one you were so close to. You were so close to, and you didn't quite get it.
The one who's a little aloof. Yeah, a little.
No, we got
wonky.
Dopey. Dopey was
Okay.
correct. The one you got incorrect was Angry. You said
okay.
Angry. The answer is Grumpy.
Ah.
And then you were correct about
Yep.
Happy. You were correct about Bashful. There's one more you didn't get. You didn't even come close.
What's the last emotion? What are the 4 humors? Are we missing like a sanguine and a phlegm and a
Phlegm is so close.
Balsamic.
Phlegm is
Was there
so
a
close.
flirty one? Was there a flirtatious one?
It isn't. I mean, you could say he was flirty in his own way.
Wait, how is phlegm
Oh
close?
wait, there was a very gay one. Yes, I remember this. No, I think that was Bashful though. I don't think that was innocent. Yes, there was. There is always the weird queer-coded Disney character that's either the villain and then one of the side characters. That they always do that. I think that was Bashful though, so it could not be the one that was missing.
The one you are missing.
Sorry, who's
Is.
the phlegmy one?
Yeah,
I'm
still
getting to it. I'm
lost
letting
on
you
this.
know. I'm letting you know. The one you are missing is, of course, obviously, after Doc, Sleepy, Dopey, Gropey, Gropey. No, that one's all right. Grumpy. Happy,
Right.
Bashful, and finally, the one you missed, the one that has eluded you this whole time, is Sneezy. You could not get Sneezy. You didn't even process in your head the idea that a
Someone
dwarf
was
could
sick.
sneeze. Someone was just sick. And maybe that's just sad to think about in 2023. But
just allergic all the time. Got it.
welcome to our podcast about video games.
Hi ho, of the way we go.
We've been playing a bit of games. Let's real quick jump into this because we played this like 2 weeks ago and like we haven't talked about it on the pod once. Me and Charby, we've played Exoprimal just a tiny bit. You can go and watch the VOD of that
I
stream.
did witness that. I also was.
You
a
were
watcher.
watching. You were.
I was watching. I was part of
Yumi
this.
and Maverick, all 3 of us together are undefeated at Exoprimal.
It's true, except for the few times at the start. But we're currently on an undefeated streak, and that's what matters.
Yep.
Which you can, of course, go and watch.
We're so good at killing dinosaurs.
You can go and watch that VOD on Gamesline TV on Twitch or the Gamesline on YouTube, of course.
That game fascinates me. I don't want to play any more of it, but I want
Me
to think
neither.
about it a lot.
What are your thoughts?
It occupies so much of my brain space because, like,
no. We gotta deprogram you. We gotta like get that out. We need room.
I don't know. I don't think
Get
there's
it
any
out.
hope for me. This is such a Xbox Game Pass ass game. This is like the most Game Pass video game because like you spend an inordinate amount of time playing this game shooting dinosaurs, but you're not really shooting dinosaurs. You're really kind of just filling out a like stat sheet really fast, as fast as you can, faster than the other team fills their stat sheet out. You point and click the dinosaurs until they go away, and you got to do it faster than your opponents.
Yeah.
This task could be anything. It could be laundry sorting. You got to sort your laundry faster than your opponents. This task could be anything. And there's something about that I think is really intriguing, but there's no, like, there's no difference. Every time we played it, it was the exact same laundry sorting mini game that you had to do faster than your opponents. You know, click and point on the dinosaurs until they all go away, and, you know, hit your, like, rotation of abilities as quick as possible. And then your reward at the end of that, if you do it better than your opponents, is that you have a leg up on them going PvP mode. Yeah. And so, like, there's a part of this that's like...
And that's only sometimes. That's only sometimes. Because you can't... Okay,
randomly.
So we were queuing into random. You can queue into PvE or PvP if you want. That doesn't change the actual mode or how you play the game. It's just at the end of the game, when you get to the PvP round, it's either direct PvP or it's just another weird round of asynchronous multiplayer.
Yep.
So, and the reason we were on random is because if you play it on random, you get a 1.2 times experience multiplier. So, you can't even play the game how you want to play it if you prefer one of those modes, if you're trying to do it as optimally as possible, which you should be, because that's how you unlock anything in this game. Jorby, I have such a fucking... Okay. Do you remember the game Mag?
Yes. 64 people, all online, all at the same time. No?
No.
128?
I remember there being a 64-player game type, but it was like... That was the smaller version.
The first thing I see when I look up Mag game is a thumbnail that just says, "What the hell happened?"
The max amount of players in a Mag... At the PS3 game Mag lobby is 256 players.
Wow, that's right. Yes,
and I used to play it because it's the prospect of a 256 player game is insane. It's just like an unreal idea for a, like, what year did this come out? This was 2010. This was the same year that New Vegas came out.
Yeah, we could put
this came out before New Vegas.
We could put like 8 people together in a lobby, and that would be too much. Most of the time.
But the way it compartmentalized it was basically Mag had just had a massive map, and there were a whole bunch of different control points around that map, like the same size as like you would expect from like a battle royale map nowadays.
Yes. Yep.
Like probably even bigger than the current Fortnite map. I have no idea. The Mag doesn't exist anymore. You can't compare it. But basically, it would have all of these different control points, and the way it sort of compartmentalized how to play it, so there wasn't like absurd balance issues with so many different players, is it basically felt like you were in your own little lobby of like a 16 on 16 person game, because you were incentivized to go to this specific control point. Like there was a general and officer system to it where you could direct players, but there was really no real reason to, because all your real objective was to go to the place that is closest to you. But there was a really overpowered strategy where someone in a general position could voice chat to all the players on their team, and they could just say, "Hey everyone, hey all 128 of you, just come to this one place." And turns out, when you have an entire army concentrated in one spot, and you're just traveling from that spot to the next, just clearing everything out, it's really, really strong. So, the reason I bring this up is, when we were playing Exoprimal, I had this, and we were playing this like weird asynchronous multiplayer mode. The thing I kept thinking, and the thing I thought this game was, which it is not, is, are the two of you on what is functionally an identical map, but you're like spread out? Could I go and walk to where the other team is and just like go and fuck with them? Like, That would be great. That would introduce a level of like, okay, maybe half of my team is dedicated to dinosaur killing, while like one or two people is dedicated to harassing the other team. That could create like a really interesting player balance. And it's like, man, that would be really fun. Especially because when we were playing, the like mindless dinosaur shooting was the least interesting aspect of it. And the more interesting was when you actually got to fight other players.
Which is so weird. I just keep thinking about this game because there's a lot of times when games get released into the public and the public goes, this game is not what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But in this case, Exoprimal is exactly the game I thought it was. I was very excited when I played it, but then like it asserts an even better game than it is. While you're playing it, you're like, God, I wish I could just go mess with these other guys that are doing their taxes right now.
Yeah.
They're shooting their dinosaurs and I can't interact with them in any way whatsoever. And I kind of wish I could. Mm-hmm. Which is not what this game is, and it's not what it's about. But, like, there's a cooler game that is, being prophesized by this game. Openly.
Yeah. And that cooler game, turns out, is EDF. So.
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda, a little bit.
EDF Lite with multiplayer. Here we go. Come on, guys. We can make it happen.
We didn't get into the story mode much, but the story mode looks really cool. Here's the thing, there's not a story mode. Well,
unless they added it after we stopped playing.
Whatever beats were happening on our live stream that we played together, those opening beats were cool, and they came at a very specific interval that felt very organic and neat. And I liked that.
I wouldn't say it felt organic, but it's definitely the kind of thing where it's like you play a few games and it's like, okay, we got to give you a little teaser to keep playing.
Yes.
And those cutscenes are fun. Like they're interesting, cool. well shot cutscenes, really well animated, very like they introduce a whole bunch of very silly concepts, and they're very good at keeping you interested.
And there were stakes to our dinosaur killing game. Why are we killing virtual dinosaurs over and over and over? Well, because there's this freaky curator dude who we love, who we respect, who's very big and taller than all of us, and has a big blue head.
I'm pretty sure the dinosaurs are real. They got time traveled to our time by the guy, by the dude, the AI.
Wait, so they're real? Oh, I feel terrible now. I thought he was just mass printing them or something. It was, I don't know. I loved that. The entire aesthetic is really cool to me. Just these dinosaurs pouring through a portal, and I keep thinking about this. This is why I keep thinking about this stupid game.
It's the thing where it's like, okay, I went into it really knowing basically the bare minimum. I didn't try and look up too much about it. I didn't really understand what the kind of game was. I figured, hey, me and my buddies, we're going to get into a lobby, and we're just going to play some missions. And it's going to be sort of like EDF, where we're killing a whole bunch of dinosaurs.
Yep.
And that's not what it is.
It kind of is, but not really, yeah.
It's one game mode that they pretend is two. And it's just like it's very mindless, monotonous, the same thing over and over again. And it's stringing along this story that like I'm interested in, but not enough to actually play the game. And I'm so baffled as to how they came to this decision, because obviously where the money is for a lot of big developers right now is we need we need the next big Fortnite. We need the next big online multiplayer shooter thing. We need the next thing that sells the big battle pass. And Exoprimal clearly was trying to bank on that really, really hard. When what would have been way more interesting is an actual, real, curated game where you're doing some EDF-style missions against, like, waves of dinosaurs with your friends who are all taking up different roles, or putting on different suits. I'm with you. You think about this and it's like, man, this game could be so cool. But they make all of the most, like, bland decisions they could. They make all of the most, like...
the game. Bland decisions, like, on the top level, just the battle pass existing is a signifier for being like, oh, this is that kind of game.
Yeah.
So I need to rate it with an entire suite of video game legacy that is Fortnite, that is like a it's the Netflix of video games, right? It's not just one video game; it's everything.
Of course, they just put Futurama on there.
Yes.
Yeah. It's such an unfair comparison, but also like, yeah, that's what the signifiers point to.
I mean, Fortnite's a battle royale. It's the battle royale. You can't make another battle royale. They all keep failing. What do? You make a wave shooter. Haven't had a good wave shooter in a while.
I think the most respectful thing is you relating it to Mag, because if someone, said like, oh, Mag was actually really awesome, I'd be like, yeah, I bet it
was really
was.
awesome. I fucking loved Mag.
5-10 years from now, someone's going to be like, Exoprimal was the fucking tits.
I can't
and
believe
people are going to be like, wow, yeah, you just killed a bunch of dinosaurs and you got to do this cool story. Yeah, what a great game. It's going to be the game for cool people.
It was a cult classic somehow.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Mag. Here's the reason I remember Mag is it's a really big, dumb game that lets you, that it's like, it's playing in the same space as Battlefield, but it's like, it's trying to be Battlefield, but way bigger. So you have all of the really silly, like, idiosyncratic things Battlefield has, and you can do just really absurd stuff. If my buddy just happens to be on a different fire team miles away from me, you know what I can do? I can go walk to where he is, and then just go join his team, and just hang out with them. I can't do that. I can't do that in Exoprimal, because Exoprimal is a very sterile game. Everything about it is compartmentalized. The system where you can turn into a dinosaur and basically invade the other player's session, the other team's session to fight them. That also feels really sterile because it's like it gives you one of 3 randomized big dinosaurs you can play as, and the dinosaurs do not play very different from each other distinctly.
That is the part that's the weakest part, and in a way that is not really as
I feel all of it's so weak. The fact that
I think a lot of other parts of it can easily be saved. Well, not easily, but through a lot of work and sweat and elbow grease, you can get a lot of things in there. But the dinosaur part's probably the weakest part, and it's a shame. That's the real killer for me.
The thing I think it needs is less structure. I think it needs to give players more opportunities for creative play. I think it needs more open game modes, because the game modes that exist are, okay, you do this point, you go to the next point. You do this point, you go to the next point. And it's super it's super sterilized in a way I just don't enjoy.
Yeah, and I think that the tools are there to make it not be as sterilized, but right now it's just not, so. Yeah, no, I think about it a lot, because I just think that there's a cool game inside of there that some force is just not letting out.
I don't know if it's that cool of a game.
I think there's something
I can think of 3 or 4 different games that do sort of the same thing as Exoprimal, but better. I think Warframe is better than Exoprimal in a lot of ways. And it does a lot of the same stuff. The game mode of Exoprimal is just pretty much lifted from the Destiny game mode, a Destiny 2 game mode. It's it's really silly.
I just feel like you keep comparing it to the biggest games that have lived for decades now.
But it's trying to play in those same spaces, and it can't do it nearly as well. It's saying I want to do the Destiny 2 Horde mode, but I want EDF style combat, and I want a class based shooter, and none of those aspects of it are particularly interesting, even on their own.
Sure, that alone is a fair statement.
And I think you could combine them into something that's more interesting, but it's just not, and that's this. I don't like to hate games. I want games to be good.
I don't know. I feel like you've spent a whole year hating games.
I do hate so many games. I'm so negative on most games. I recognize this, but I'm negative with love. I wouldn't be a critic if I don't criticize the things I enjoy.
Well, yeah, you killed AEW. That 1-star review.
Okay, I feel vindicated. Okay,
you were.
Let me tell you. The AEW Fight Forever subreddit is not doing great. They're having a bad time.
You want to tell them what's going on with that? Because that one's a really fascinating story.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like so I don't want to like go into all of the details about
give them a little
like
bit.
all
Come
the very
on.
hyper
It's
specific.
very
People
fun.
need to know.
I don't want to say evil Uno is to blame. You know, it's like the AEW like community messaging was like, hey, we're gonna try and make this a game that is like updating and evolving as you play, and we're like adding new things. We're adding people data mine the like sort of battle royale mode that's being added to it, the Stadium Stampede, which honestly looks interesting. When that comes out, I will be interested in playing that and seeing what it's like.
Yep.
But that isn't out yet, and people have pretty much data mined every single thing about it, and they're kind of just sitting there like, okay, why isn't this in the game yet? All of the assets are here. What's the problem? And it's like, it's the kind of thing where game development is obviously hard, and there might be like unforeseen bugs that they haven't quite worked out yet. Maybe there's like online connection issues. Who knows? But it has been a long time since that game has come out. They have really not made like any meaningful updates. I wouldn't say it's that long. It's like over a month now, something like that.
Yeah, they announced this mode like 3 weeks ago, but no date on when that's going to happen.
Supposedly September, but who knows? They weren't even clear about when the release date of this game was going to be. But the sort of public opinion on AEW Fight Forever from the people who play it has pretty much soured by like the lack of communication on what's going to actually be coming, when it's going to be coming, the lack of stuff that's in the game right now, which I have highly detailed in my review. The lack of customization, all of the like problems that I first saw were going to compound and made me mad when I was playing it by myself. Everyone else on the subreddit and sort of like the larger community of people who play these games are kind of just like tired of it. like there was a nice little honeymoon a nice little honeymoon period for people starting this game. You know, like, oh, it's a new wrestling game. It's a new big budget 3D wrestling game. Oh, it's like No Mercy. Oh, it's different from the WWE games, and that's like, and it's like, it's fun. Like, it's fun. It's silly. It's letting you do very silly things that these games haven't even tried to do for years. It's trying to add the fun back to it, and that is really tantalizing for a lot of players. There's definitely aspects about it I really enjoy, but like I felt the negative aspects of the game more than outweighed the positive aspects. And now like other people are sort of seeing that and realizing what a small shelf life at least like the initial offering of this game has had. So if you're the type of person who picked it up when it came out and had a pretty fun time and then put it down, you probably had the ideal experience for playing this game.
Yeah, and that I wanted to kind of point you in that direction because it reminds me of Exoprimal, because all the things that I want to say about Exoprimal, like, I think this will get better later.
Maybe.
I would also have said about AEW Fight Forever, which this is not a great year for hoping for the best for games, that are live.
At the very least, Fight Forever is not promising to be a live service game.
Yes.
And Exoprimal, it is only a live service game. Like, I would love if that had a standalone single player mode. I think that's what that game needs, and it is insane that it doesn't have that.
Overwatch 2. Tough out there. Games are hard, and live service makes everything 10 times harder. Even if you're AEW video game for goofball wrestling friends, which isn't supposed to be a live game, but it is a game that came out in 2023, so it's kind of a live service game in a way. Mm-hmm. We expect updates regularly. You have to communicate about those. Oh, your team is not actually that large. It's not, built for that kind of thing. So yeah, it's very hard. Now a subreddit is mad at you.
They're not mad at me. Everyone was mad at me before.
No. They're mad at
thankfully,
Uno.
No one is mad at me. And they're all mad at Evil Uno. This is a problem.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Elvie, tell me all about Lakeburg Legacies. I don't know what this is.
Absolutely. I would love to tell you all about Lakeburg Legacies, as I've mentioned before, I was on the previous podcast episode. It is still Leo season. Stay safe out there. It is still cuffing season. Be so safe out there. And that's a situation. I was talking about Love Shore. So Lakeburg Legacies is also another very horny game. In a sense of like, it's trying to, it's basically like a civilization builder game, similar in the vein of like a Crusader Kings, essentially, but way more simple. And way more simple and, you know, minimal. But a big mechanic of the game is that you're also just matchmaking villagers, together. But the problem is though, that's kind of like it, or rather like, it's not that like the game can't just be that. I think that's fine. And again, like I said, simple, you know, like it doesn't have to have the complexities of like these amazing, diverging paths that can happen, or potentially, you know, potential crazy outcomes that can be had depending on like the skill trees you build up, or like what sort of like, you know, town you're building. No, it's just like intrinsically, I don't think the game is a finished product. Like, I don't know about finished product, but rather, it's like, it's just very lacking. It's technically a finished project. But it's lacking in a lot of aspects where, for one, so here's the thing. You can have queer relationships. Awesome, great. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever. The game doesn't gate you from anything, all that. But a huge problem that I was like, this is weird. This is very weird. I don't think someone double thought about this before considering this being an issue. What another core mechanic to the game is like, okay, yeah. So yeah, you have an empty map. Let me start from the beginning. You have an empty map. You got to build all these, you know, think about any civilization resource. Of course. It's all the same thing. You've got an empty map. So you got to build your buildings. You got to build your posts where resources will be made. Then you got to assign people to those places to make the things. And then, you know, that's the whole cycle of like, you know, time management, all that, and resource allocation. So you're doing that, but each person needs to have a house or they're homeless. Mm-hmm. And okay, sure. So that's another thing you have to be responsible as the omnipresent sort of god of this world, right? Like, again, like your role here is not clear at all. You're just like a god of some sort, or some sort of person, just invisible, a giant invisible hand moving things around. You're never, you know, it's nothing ever brought attention to in the game. Yeah, so that's a separate thing you have to consider. You have to build a house for each person. You have to build a house for each individual person. People cannot live in the same house together unless they're in a relationship. So this is where in the beginning, like, you're like, okay, the game markets itself like, oh yeah, this is a game where you gotta matchmake, you know, that's funny. So yeah, you're just gonna be you're probably not gonna think about it at first. You're gonna be like matchmaking wherever, everyone and anything, you know, as long as the boxes are checked. But that's the thing. So then what happens is, like, once you matchmake those people, someone will randomly move into someone else's house. Like, and it depends, like, whoever, you know, it tends to be random. Like, I don't think there's any sort of, like, from what I figure out, any sort of, like, designated reason why. It just was like whoever. So then that leaves one house occupied, and it doesn't get taken down, but then as a result, you can keep going on with the cycle, like, oh, more villagers are moving into your community, and that person can move into the now, like, you know, abandoned house instead. So cool, you don't have to build more houses. So this cycle keeps continuing. You're building more houses, you're setting people up, people are having kids, yeah, your town's getting populated, what have you. Here's some things that can happen, though, that really sets off, you know, that really fucks up this momentum and really raises a lot of questions. Couples can break up. Couples can cheat on each other. Couples can get divorced. Like, one half of someone can get widowed. Uh-huh. As a result, sometimes this causes a weird thing where someone becomes homeless because they don't own the house.
Oh, boy.
They weren't assigned as the owner, quote unquote, as the house. So then you have to move them back in a house. Or even worse, when they have kids, the kids will live in that house together with their parents, the biological parents. So then eventually, of course, the kids become adults. When they become adults, they have to move out. They can't stay at their parents' house. So one thing, that's a little weird.
So they become homeless, like, immediately?
Yeah, so then they need their own house.
Oh, no.
So you have to build another house because that kid has grown up, become an adult. they now can work in one of the places. Like for instance, they can now work in the fishery. Fish some fish for the town, right? Get the fish resource, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The fish resource, the most important.
Yep.
And yeah, so you have to build them a house. However, if you get a weird situation where both parents die, the kid hasn't grown up, the kid becomes homeless. But then the kid...
That's so orphan core.
The kid can't move in a house because only adult characters can move in a house. So now you have this weird floating kid. Like that's
this is very funny because it seems like the kind of like it seems like the intention is to be very utopian, right?
Yes.
Like you're making your little village and matchmaking people up how you want. But they've sort of programmed themselves into making an actual like functioning medieval dystopia based on, and this is a very Crusader Kings thing, based on like the actual like relationships people are paired up with.
Yeah, they captured that energy really well, but I don't think that was intentional.
No.
It's so bad. Another thing too is that like, yeah, again, at its core, it's not a complex, like, over-designed game to have all these cool... I feel like, in essence, design-wise, though, I don't think it's designed well either. Like stuff like a character... So, okay, yeah, there's like a very, like, you know, very simple, bare-bones kind of, like, trait and preference system that each NPC, each of these villagers generate randomly. Like, oh, this character has a... So, basically, each character has, like, a basic likes and dislikes list. So, things like, like, one of the characters will be like, I'm religious, I like reading, I like crafts, but also, I don't like politics, I don't like witchcraft, I don't like fire. You know, all these random, it's very funny. Like, it's very funny. But meanwhile, there's another character that has, like, you know, so when you're matchmaking, like, you know, the matchmaking system, like, shows, like, oh, here's a random character, you know, you can matchmake them with someone who's any of the other single people in your community, or someone who's an outsider. So that also generates a new, you know, so yeah, it will line them up with, like, oh, who has the most likes and who has the most dislikes with you, etc. So that's kind of cool. But I feel like that doesn't really matter, because a lot of the infidelity and marriage separation events I've had was just felt really random. Like, I didn't feel like there was any sense or rhyme or reason or as to why this one character just started sleeping around, or why does marriage fall apart. Like, every consistent time, I'm very meticulous about, like, oh yeah, of course, I'm only gonna match up people who have, like, the most likes together. I'm not gonna, like, yeah, and it's very possible to, like, match up people where there's more, but, you know, butting heads involved. But it will be harder because, again, they're like, once you matchmake with someone, they have like a cute little date sequence where you have to answer basically a series of questions and help that date succeed. So basically you have like a 3 out of 3 chance to get a matchmaking success pair, right? But yeah, a lot of these relationship events just don't feel like calculated at all. Like, from any, like, they feel entirely random.
It's so interesting that you compared this to Crusader Kings, because Crusader Kings, like, on top of being a you know, I don't want to say like 4X style, but like on top of being like a strategy game, it is like deeply about relationships, and the way people interact with each other, and like sometimes things can seem incredibly random, but you can sit there and look at like a person's stats and what traits they have and like why they decided to do something with someone, like to someone else. And it's like, oh, there's a logical conclusion here.
Yes.
This person has a means, like this person has like an end goal they are trying to achieve. Mm-hmm. And that's sort of really disappointing compared to something like this, or that makes this look disappointing by comparison. Where like I think like the beauty of Crusader Kings is like it is seemingly random, and sometimes things just seem to happen out of nowhere, but that's because the mechanics lined up in such a way to make it happen like that. And it's like it's trying to obfuscate things from you on purpose. Mm-hmm. Like, people are trying to do subterfuge to you. You don't know, like if your wife is cheating on you with another person and you hear rumors about it, it's not like you're going to see a huge complex story about it unless you actively have your spy master looking into it.
Yep.
But it doesn't have something like that. It doesn't have
No.
anything to like give you insight as to why did this happen. Like there isn't any because there isn't that extra layer of different extra roles like a spy master or like a potential another player, right? And to potentially like cue in on like what's going on. So yeah, you're left in this weird dilemma of like, okay, I thought I did something right the first time, like you feel disappointment. It's like what happened? On top of that too, yeah, as a result of like all like relationships falling apart in ways that don't really give a lot, don't give a lot of insight to the player. Yeah, again, like I said, when characters that die and again, like one huge glaring problem I brought up, like the orphaning issue, but also things like you have characters too now that are like. You have characters that are growing old. Like here's another noticeable issue thing too. Again, this is back to the core design of the game, where like I think they really need it. A lot of the times, most of the new villagers you generate that come into your town are young people. So you're gonna end up having this issue where you got a lot of old silver foxes and gilfs over here who are single, but then the only people around are like characters in their 20s, and that's very weird. So there's just like a lot of like these weird there's like a lot of these things that seem very intrinsically tied to the issue of how the game is generating data. And then just in general, like not really thinking about like, oh, okay, I feel like it's just not tested enough, right?
Okay, but you also you don't think that it's the other direction where they think that this is how relationships work. They think that you don't think that this is like coded in where it's like, oh yeah, young people don't date old people. That's not how this works. Or kids when they lose their parents, they don't become they have to become the little candlestick girl right now. You have to become the matchstick girl immediately, and you get in a little box. So you don't think that that's like an intentional thing, right? You think it's like.
Think
just
so
many systems overlapping that.
Yeah, it seems like the sort of thing where they could easily solve some of these problems, and then probably it's something they will do over time, where they add in like they add in like solutions for problems. Like, hey, if you have kids being orphaned, maybe add a functional orphanage.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, and the devs, from my understanding, have been actually pretty responsive, and like they've been
cool.
responding
That's
to
good.
a lot of the negative reviews about these specific
there are
issues.
a ton of negative reviews on this.
It is mixed on Steam, and it's like,
And here's the thing: I was reading through some of these, not to cut you off, but like I was
absolutely.
reading through some of these, and it's like
they'll support what I'm saying.
Every single one of these starts with like. It absolutely breaks my heart to have to do like a negative review on this. Like people want to really like this game.
Yes, I agree. I played the demo of this, and it's like, oh, okay. And then you play the actual game, and you're like, oh, it's just the demo. Like this is not a finished game.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There's like what? Like that's it. Yeah, a big part of that statement too was like, and you'll notice a lot of people saying things like, the game just stops at 100 years. Like the game just stops when a century ends, which is kind of crazy to me for a game like this. So yeah, that's one of the big things they're gonna try to change to. They're gonna actually add an endless mode and actually give different.
Okay, yeah, that's not very Legacies of them if it just ends.
No,
it's in the name of your game.
It's not very Legacies of them.
I think that's also a Crusader Kings thing, though. Is like there is a set endpoint because Crusader Kings is about playing through the Crusades.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you have options. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So they're going to try this. Like the devs for Lakeburg Legacies are going to try to add an endless mode at least. So at least that's the most significant thing I read. I didn't really read more about what other things they're saying in regards to the response, but that's one thing they're adding at least, and that has been a recurring complaint. And yeah, it's just there's just a lot of things to this game that feel like it seems to be like at the core a design issue. I think too, cool. On one hand, like one of the things I really like is like, when a child becomes a teen, they can become apprenticed to the various like working stations and whatnot.
Right.
And that's really cool. So that helps them develop a relationship, and also like in itself, like a paternal relationship with one of the adults working there. And I wish there could be something developed with that. Like they could have so again, like with the orphanage issue, for instance, that could be interesting. They could have like a foster parent or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That would be cool.
It would really benefit, I think, from like really interrogating what it means to like actively try and systematize relationships like this.
Absolutely.
And try and figure out like where these edge cases come from.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the biggest thing for me, it's like, okay, cool. This team is progressive and, inclusive enough that, they just have like, and again, like, inclusive enough to have like all these like openness to queer relationships, what have you, doesn't matter in this game, etc. It's not gated between man and woman, etc. Yet I think it's crazy to me how the housing system works again back to that's again my personal strong like issue with this game, the housing system, where like, why do characters have to be in relationships to live with each other? They can't just have a nice platonic roommate situation? Like, so like what's going on?
If anything, that would be fun to create a situation.
Weird.
Put them in a damn situation.
And then they were roommates, yeah. But actually, let some people just be roommates. Like, I don't see an issue. Or something like, back then, apartments always existed. Like, that was very weird to me, too. Like, there isn't, like, intrinsically a building type where, like, sure, okay, maybe there'll be some building types where only two people can technically live in it, but then why isn't there, like, other types of houses? That's very strange to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, there should be more, like, layers of complexity towards the housing system, and again, which I feel like that would help fix the domino issue that leads into the orphanage of games.
Right.
Like let some people like just live with each other.
I love this idea of a god game where you play as OkCupid AI in a medieval setting, and like that's your god game power. I love the whole concept, and I think that the most important thing, even with the state it's in right now, that this game is going to cook, and it's going to cook on the axis specifically of having the best dev notes when they make patches. Yes. The patch notes of this game are going to be insane.
Yeah, that's exciting. Solon, I am clamoring.
You're
begging
clamoring?
You.
Why? You should chill. You should relax. What's going on?
I am vibrating right now. I need
Scott, what's the clamor?
This game just came out.
Yeah, newest game.
Clamoring is when you clamor. Yeah. This game just came out. It's shadow dropped. It insane out of nowhere. Like, oh, by the way, this game is out. Please, Solon, I am begging you. You need to tell me about Crypt Underworld, but no spoilers.
It's shadow dropped.
I need to play it for myself. You know what? I think I'm gonna try and stream this week, actually. But I need you to tell me about Crypt Underworlds.
Wow, good luck.
The sequel to Crypt Worlds.
Crypt Underworlds. Yeah, Lilith Zone put out Crypt Underworlds like 2 days ago. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't know what days are anymore. But it... Oh, hey, do you remember Crypt Worlds from a decade ago?
I love Crypt Worlds, the game that redefined gaming. It's still probably, I think, one of my favorite video game trailers of all time.
The lore that's plastered all over this game and all around it, but not inside of it, is very much aware that, like, yeah, it sure has been 10 years, huh? And I think that's very cute. It's got a lot of charm all wrapped up around Crypt Worlds itself, and just how much of a journey that they've been on building Crypt Underworlds. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this is sure the sequel to Crypt Worlds. If you've ever seen Crypt Worlds, you should go play it. It's really, really good. And it has do
you have the itch.io page open for it right now by any chance?
Yes, I absolutely do. It's open
right now. Can you do me
a
favor and read the controls? For Elvie, I'm assuming you don't know much about Crypt Worlds.
No, I do not. I would love to know more about Crypt Worlds.
Yeah, let me tell you by way of the controls.
Please list off the controls, yeah.
Because these are the systems of the game, so that you can have access to everything. You've got a jump button, you've got a run button. You hold shift to run, you press space to jump. Left click is to interact and talk to people or select items that are on the world, and right click is to piss. And tab is to open inventory. And, Alt F4 is to exit, and the game autosaves always. Yeah. Always.
The piss mechanic is, in fact, I think one of the most important mechanics.
I agree. That's an important bodily function, so that's very nice that they included that.
Crypt Underworlds is really funny about it, because Crypt Worlds, you can play that game by kind of just pointing and clicking and talking your way through a lot of stuff. The piss cycle is mostly centered around you farming, you gaining.
That's right. You could farm with your piss in Crypt Worlds as well.
I see.
You piss on your crops to grow them so that you can then eat them and then gain more piss. And there's a very clear cycle to it. You go to bed so that the crops
the water cycle
grow. over
And
time.
an important aspect of the first Crypt Worlds too, which I've you can see in the trailer I linked, which is of course the Crypt Worlds Your Darkest Desires Come
You
True
also
trailer.
piss on people.
You piss on people, and your piss has physics associated with it,
Uh-huh.
and so if you're pissing on a 3D model, it knocks them over.
Oh shit. That's like high pressure hose piss.
Pretty much, yeah.
Crypt
But you need to
Underworld
make
takes all
you
of that,
need to make sure your piss meter is full.
and they crank it to like 5 times more. So like you don't piss on things with right click. You like rocket hose them immediately and they blast into the stratosphere and they make a huge explosion noise the moment they do. And you see their health bar, which usually is in like the hundreds, get whittled down one by one, and then you run out of piss and you've only done like 30 damage to their health bar. It's
that's so good.
Obnoxious. It's noxious. It's really incredible. And it makes me want to piss. Like, it makes me wish that I was just like, wow, what a great piss.
It has some of the most impressive piss in a video game, I think.
So I think the thing that's really cool, like, you can play these side by side now that it exists. It's crazy. Crypt Underworld is real. It exists. And it got me really good because there's so much about this that's actually like pared down compared to the original, streamlined. It's like a AAA dev version of Crypt Worlds.
That's really exciting.
That they obscure anything that might look like a game loop. They just, you get fucking nothing in this game. I've been wandering around in it for 2 hours. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know a goddamn thing. Good. Sometimes I'll find a burger. It will give me 20 piss. I can click the button for half a second and I'll be out immediately. I will have done nothing to anyone of any value whatsoever. And it just keeps going. I have no way to farm. I don't know what any of that could mean. I just see tons of doors, tons of locked rooms, and I can't go into any of them because I don't have enough keys, but I have collected 3 coffins and a cowboy. Those are just in my inventory, along with, other what's-its and who's-its. It's pretty weird in a way that I was not expecting Crypt Worlds to be. And the weirdest thing
hold on.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird in a way you weren't expecting Crypt Worlds to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to know why? You want to know why it's fucking weird?
Why?
The game is really pretty. And it throws you into massive, like, rooms that look gorgeous, and you just look around because you're falling at a really slow rate and you can't control your body because you just fucked up, fell off a platform, and you're just going to fall for the next 30, 40 seconds. And so all you can really do is look around while you're falling through space and be like, wow, this room is massive.
That rocks.
The rendering in this is crazy. My computer is lagging. I am falling slower now.
They are fully utilizing the ray tracing ability of Crypt Underworld.
There's some really impressive stuff in it. It's even more inscrutable than Crypt Worlds Your Darkest Desires
amazing.
Come True.
Great. I'm so excited.
Wild. So I don't want to spoil anything. I really hope that I haven't ruined your gaming adventure. I hope you have good gaming after this.
You've only made me more excited to play Crypt Underworld. Now, here's the thing I'm trying to figure out is I streamed Crypt World a while ago, like a long time, like way before I was even on Video Game Choo Choo. So I'm thinking, do I play Crypt Worlds again on stream before playing Crypt Underworlds? I think that might be the way to go. Or I think just I don't know if I should just jump straight into Crypt Underworlds.
You should jump right into Crypt Underworlds, and when you get sick of it, you should play Crypt Worlds. And then once you play some Crypt Worlds, you can jump back into Crypt Underworlds and be like, wow.
Crypt Worlds, Crypt Underworlds, same controller run.
Yeah. 2 worlds, 1 controller.
Thank you, Solon. I needed that.
Yeah. It's fun. We're so fucking back.
We are so fucking back. Oh, I've been playing nothing but Remnant 2. I streamed Remnant 2 this past Thursday with Elvie.
Oh, that's an old game compared to Crypt Underworlds. It's like practically dead.
It is. I'm now on the final boss in my own world, which is the same final boss that we did see on stream when I randomly matchmade into someone's game. And it seems like a bastard. And so I've just been like sitting around doing like some small like other stuff like okay. The sort of concession of Remnant is that it is a third person shooting procedural Souls-like, where the levels are randomized to an extent. They're much like the original Remnant. There are 4 main levels. There's like a 5th level too. That's like a weird hub level. That is, it's kind of neat. It's actually probably my favorite level because it's the only one that's not randomized. So like they actually designed it. It's nice. I like being in that level, but there's like not really anything else for me to do there. I generally am kind of sour on it. Like, it feels like it was designed around the most hardcore of hardcore players, you know? Like, it's a game that feels like it's designed around people who do raiding in Destiny 2. And that's kind of a bummer, because there's so many things about it I would really love to love. I think some of the boss fights are really good. A lot of them are like, I don't know what you were even thinking with this. There's one boss me and my roommate Stu were fighting, which also, I just want to say, this game is very clearly balanced around having a 3-person fire team. And I've just been playing it either by myself or with one other person pretty much the entire time. So that has added a lot of friction that I think should otherwise not be there. But me and Stu fought this one boss that like has a vulnerable point that only shows up very occasionally, which was really annoying because I would love to just shoot at an enemy when I have the openings to do it. And then is just constantly attacking and summoning projectiles every which way, all over the place, all over the arena, in a way that was just like aggravating. It didn't feel fun to learn the fight. It didn't feel like I was actively contending against something. It just felt like a chore, which is like, I think that's the death knell of any kind of Souls-like if you're trying to fill that same genre. It's such a shame because I think it does a lot of things genuinely worse than the original Remnant. Because what I think the biggest strength of Remnant was that they managed to translate the Souls-like genre into third-person shooting in a way that felt supernatural and felt really felt like a real masterclass design-wise in how to make really interesting shooting, like, back and forth mechanics between you and a boss you're fighting. And the other thing about it is, like, not only did it work in single player, but it also worked in co-op, where this game feels entirely tailored to the co-op experience, way much less than the single player experience. There's a handful of bosses that I fought that were, like, pretty fun as, like, a single player fight, but it's very obvious that there are some that are just real unrelentingly brutal to a degree that is just super unfun and is just obviously pointed towards having like a multiplayer experience, because it's trying to go for a very like Destiny raid mechanic sort of thing, where some players need like in any MMO, some player needs to draw aggro while like your other players are like doing things, like someone's DPSing, someone's healing, like you're all trying to fill team roles, wherein like where like that kind of thing can be really stressful even in Destiny, because if something goes wrong, everyone fails.
Right.
And that's just those kinds of things, when you pull them off, are fun, but it's a real bummer a lot of the time, especially when you're just trying to get past a boss. You're just trying to play with your friends. Like the beauty of Destiny is you have the option to just go and fuck around for a while, you know? And like there's some fuck around stuff in Remnant, but if you want to like go and drum up, because it gives you the option either to play through a full like 5-level campaign, or there's an adventure mode where you can pick one of the worlds and then just replay that and to possibly see different events. Which each world has two primary storylines that you could get. that dictate the main bosses and like the actual story of that level while you're playing through it. So it creates this interesting feeling of like, okay, I played through this once and these events unfolded, and now I'm playing through it again and like, oh, it feels like a completely different level. But there's only so many different modifiers of that. And as I was telling you before we started recording, I've been trying to find a very specific event that only occurs on one world. It only occurs in one type of level, which is the sewers. And it involves getting a very specific special area. And here's the other thing about Remnant is it also has like a whole bunch of weird idiosyncratic puzzles, which is also extremely a Destiny thing, because they want people to do like secret hunting to try and like find all of the like weird things they can find. Like I just saw some people finally figured out how to unlock a door that was like really weird in one of the levels, and the way to unlock it is you need to equip a very specific set of gear that is not coherent at all. Like it's like you need to equip these two class items. You need to equip all of this specific set of armor. You need to equip this specific set of weapons with this specific set of mods, this specific set of rings, and then then you can maybe access the door, and then it brings you to a new area, which is basically the back rooms.
Okay.
And then that's where you find the secret class. the brand new 100% totally secret class that you can equip. And people just finally figured that out, and the way they figured it out was just through data mining.
This sounds exhausting.
It is exhausting.
Everything that I hear about this game just sounds like the most exhausting game I've ever heard, including the fact that this game doesn't exist. I've never heard of. So Remnant 2 popped off, and everyone's like, "Oh, I've fucking been waiting for this game for years. Remnant 2 is happening," and I'm like, "Who are you? There was no Remnant 1. What are you talking about?"
You were here when I was playing Remnant, and I was like, "Wow, I love Remnant." I put Remnant on my best of list of 2019.
All of this went completely over my head. I did not recognize that this was a game that could exist. Remnant from the Ashes is the full title, which means absolutely nothing to me. When I look up Remnant, people also talk, Google says, people search for Outriders, Back for Blood, Starfield. And I'm like, so they don't care. No one fucking cares about this game. It's wild. This feels like the fakest game. And the weirdest thing out of all this, I own this game.
What? Why?
I have a copy of Remnant from the Ashes.
I'll play Remnant.
That's awesome.
I've never played the DLC. I'll play it.
I have the DLC.
It's fun.
I'm looking at my Steam right now, and it says the DLC for Remnant's been added to your account. Will be installed when you install the game. And I'm like, where did this come from? What psyop is happening that made this game appear upon my purview? I don't know how. It sounds exhausting, but also
you're so correct. You're so correct in that it's exhausting, because the thing that Remnant 2 does, that Remnant from the Ashes sort of did, but not nearly as much, is because there's so many weird idiosyncratic things about it, that means every tiny detail no longer exists for the sake of existing. It exists because it's part of a puzzle. So it's it's like
that's okay. Yeah,
If I wander upon a boss that's sleeping, it's not like, oh, that's interesting. This boss is sleeping. It means no, I need to pull out my dream catcher melee weapon. Which, by the way, there's a dream catcher weapon. I hope that's cool. I need to walk up to them. I need to swing the weapon, which doesn't actually swing the weapon. It just does a cannon animation. And then that gives me an item where I can enter their dreams. And then in their dreams, I can do something else. I just need to make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Wait, so you're Freddy Kruegering them?
Yeah, basically.
That's cool. That seems really cool. I love this. These Remnant stories are really fun to me, and I just am like, they're coming from a video game that's real?
But the one I'm trying to talk about before I went on the tangent about the Archon class, which is insane, is the thing I have to do, the thing I have to find in the sewers, that I have been re-rolling this level over and over and over again, and it still hasn't shown up, is I need to find a room that has a clogged pipe, and I need to unclog the pipe, and then I need to wait 90 minutes real time in game so that the water level will raise up to the point where I can do some platforming to go and get a special weapon.
Oh,
This is the game we're dealing with.
that's not respectful.
No, it is the game. This game does not respect your time in the least bit, and it's
That
like
sounds like something that would be in Crypt World's Your Darkest Desires Come True. You know what I mean? But I know that Lilith Zone respects my time.
the saddest thing about it is the main story is about maybe like 30 to 40 hours tops. So all of this extra
Yeah.
stuff you're doing is just like totally incidental.
Yep.
I don't need the sick grenade launcher that I need to wait 90 minutes real time in order to beat Annihilation, the final boss, but I want it.
Yeah.
I want a grenade launcher. That seems great.
No, I fully understand, Scott. You're a freak, but also you're right.
Having also witnessed parts of the game, it also doesn't seem real.
Oh, no.
To be quite honest, so
Surreal gaming in 2023.
I don't understand its plot. I truly don't. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, no.
incomprehensible.
It's inscrutable. Okay, I think the plot of it is like pretty it's pretty simplistic, all things considered. Like
Yeah.
the root are weird multi-dimensional like tree parasites that are taking over everything. And they have started to take over Earth. In the last game, the dude who in this game is called the Wanderer has managed to stave off the root. But now it's a problem in other places as well. And also it is still a problem on Earth. So you're maybe just like doing a little bit of universe hopping to go and finish it off for good. And like that's all very straightforward. It's not that crazy. It's just the fact that you're going to different worlds. All of these worlds have their own histories to them, and the game never gives you that information in a way that is like particularly concise. What it loves to do is it loves to introduce a single NPC in an otherwise like empty level, empty in terms of like other people. There's tons of monsters and they will always be fighting you all the time. But like you'll find one NPC who will talk to you for 40 minutes straight lore dumping on you. Or you will find a notebook that has way too many pages in it, like 30 pages straight.
Yeah.
It is super and like the other thing is there's no like in-game codex or anything, which I think this game desperately needs, because you know what would be really cool is just kicking back and reading some of that stuff sometime when I'm on my like downtime.
Oh yeah.
But no, all of it is in the middle of the actual missions themselves. It's really frustrating. It's a game where you could really, much like Exoprimal and Lakeburg Legacies, you could make some adjustments to this game to make it really good. And who knows? Maybe we'll see that. But the way this game is balanced feels way more towards like high-end, the biggest dick players that you could ever imagine. And it really feels like they didn't consider the more casual single player like audience or anything. You know what would be really cool? This game, in the first mission of this game, and you saw this, Elvie.
Yes.
There were multiple other characters, NPCs, who were traveling with you as you went along.
They do this in the beginning, and it's like, oh, is this going to be like party members?
Yeah. I would love if you have NPC party members come with you.
They don't do that again after.
Nope, never again.
I think the loose implication is that those will be like the players the other people you meet online, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's what they mean in the intro.
But then, yeah, it felt like what felt like a loose tutorial stage, it was very strange.
It sets up a bunch of expectations that the game doesn't deliver on because it's a completely different game.
The door opening thing is the funniest thing. It never happens.
I can't believe that. It has not happened at all again. I haven't even gotten like a door where I hold it and then another player comes in and opens it.
In and opens the door. Which would be a cool, like, it's a very stupid silly thing, but it would be a cool thing for, like, oh, there's certain parts of the map that are, like, locked out, but optional.
What if there's a secret here?
Yeah, what if there's, like, optional rare treasure here? Yeah.
Yeah, they certainly don't lack for that. it's Remnant 2. It's a game. You can unlike what Solon believes, it is a game that's real. You can play it if you like this sort of shit. You'll probably get a kick out of it.
I'm a Remnant 2 denier.
The Sea of Thieves Secret of Monkey Island thing that just dropped, right?
Oh, did it?
That did. Yes, it did.
Yeah, let's hear a bit about that, and then we'll move on to news.
Okay. Yeah, I get my Sea of Thieves minute. I get one of these every year.
You're like rubbing your hands.
Gamesline says I can talk about Sea of Thieves for 1 minute every year.
They did a new content drop. It's a crossover. It's like, that feels justified.
Yeah, that's
so
literally
let's
the start
get
of
it in.
the news, basically. Yeah, go for it.
So, Sea of Thieves did do a crossover. They did one last year, and it was one of the coolest things that I ever saw. Because it was Pirates of the Caribbean. And I was like, yeah, that's you nailed it. That's the peak. You can't really go higher than the giant Disney Pirates ass film franchise. How are you going to go anywhere beyond that? They didn't, but they did something better for me. Sea of Thieves made a content patch. They made a Tall Tales series, where they let you play through The Secret of Monkey Island in the game Sea of Thieves.
Whoa, okay.
Really? Okay.
Kind of. They are making a point-and-click adventure game that you can play through in the Sea of Thieves engine. And
Crazy.
How it works is that they've got their story that takes you to Melee Island, the setting of the first Monkey Island. And you get to hear the story of Guybrush Threepwood. And it's actually a Sea of Thieves specific tale. So you're not playing Secret of Monkey Island 1-to-1. They are doing their own little spin-off of the game series where you are in his dream world playing through the events of the original Monkey Island, except that he is the hero.
Of course.
Instead of being a doofy dweeb, you get to play as your pirate in Sea of Thieves gets to play as the new person on Melee Island trying to, go through and figure out the secret, while Guybrush sits in his giant manor with his now gubernatorial super authority, where he has now set up skeletons to make sure nobody can come bother him because he's sleepy. He's super sleepy. In fact, he's so sleepy that his wife is gone and has left him and has left a note on his bed saying, hey, I don't know what's going on with my hubby Guybrush, but I'm out of here and I'm going to go solve this problem. If you find this note, just let him know that he's in a dream, figure it out, dog. And so he's super sleepy and he does not know that his wife is missing.
God, it really be like that.
It's also another extra little fun twist where, what's our main antagonist for this franchise? It's
on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I played Monkey Island, but I'm with you.
One of the best. LeChuck.
LeChuck, yes.
One of the best gaming villains. LeChuck is awesome, and he's incredible here. LeChuck shows up and is like, yeah, I did all this. What you gonna do about it? Oh, I know exactly what you're gonna do about it, because you're a Sea of Thieves, idiot. I'm gonna tell you where a sword is. You're gonna go find it because you're a simp for finding shit. And you're gonna unveil it to the world, and I'm just gonna take it from you. And now he's got a super sword. And so he dresses up as the pirate lord of the Sea of Thieves, and ghosts himself as that and tricks you into doing stuff. It's really, really good. It plays on all of the Sea of Thieves bits while mixing up all the Secret of Monkey Island bits, and that's all cool. Great. That's all really cool. And then it gets weird. Because what they actually ask you to do in this story, this very cool story beat, this is 1/3 of the story beat. So there's going to be 3 of these tall tales, and we've played through 1 of them so far.
Okay, so the rest of them aren't out yet.
Yes.
Okay.
They want you to go around Melee Island and solve a bunch of point-and-click puzzles.
All right, let's go.
You have to run around this little tiny level, this small island. You don't sail anywhere. You don't do any Sea of Thieves-esque things at all. This is a standalone instance. There's no one to fight. You just have to run around talking to people and doing their little side quests, which are mostly evocative of the original Secret of Monkey Island. You have to, get some grog, and make some super potent grog that gets all of the pirates drunk so that you can steal from them. And then you use those pieces of 8 to go to the shop, and you go, hassle the shopkeeper for stuff. And there's all of these like fun homages to all these characters. And what was interesting, what was super cool is that you can play this 4 players. You can't play Secret of Monkey Island 4 players. You can, but that's weird. But 4 different people
maybe they'll patch it in someday.
Yeah, the co-op multiplayer mode. They have everyone's running around, and we're all trying to collectively solve these point-and-click ass obscure puzzles and figuring out like what flags we need to, get triggered so that we can hit the next beat of this puzzle. We've got like, puzzle pieces B, C, D, and E, but we can't find A. And so all of us are just scrambling around this place looking for point A so that we can do all of the rest of the puzzle pieces all in a row. It was really satisfying. It was really cool to be able to do that as a group. I don't know if anyone else got much out of it if they hadn't played Secret of Monkey Island, because I was getting tons of like fan servicey stuff out of it, but like, if you've never played this game series, this is all just weird. It's just kind of hokey, a little goofy. I don't know. But for me, I was loving it. It made me so happy. Now, there's one part of this, though, that's unreal. So, they want you to collect pieces of 8. That's the currency in the Secret of Monkey Island. And they make it very clear. Your money is no good here. You can only spend pieces of 8. There is exactly 200 pieces of 8 on this island, and they are scattered around the place. And so me with my squad of 3 other pirates are scrounging, looking everywhere for exactly 1 drop of like 3 pieces of 8 or 2 that are like hidden somewhere on this giant level. We're doing a pixel hunt. We're doing a point and click ass pixel hunt in 2023. In this goofy, rare-made Sea of Thieves game. The Banjo-Kazooie guys have us running around with their little smug British faces on, and they make us do a pixel hunt for 1 last piece of 8. And you know what you get when you collect all 200? You get a book that has all the lore of... it's like a 30-page book that's like a lore dump of all of the things that happen in Secret of Monkey Island 1 and 2. And you read through it and you realize, wait, all of this is made up because this is Guybrush Threepwood's version of events inside of this dreamscape.
Yeah.
So none of this is actually accurately canonicizing any of this. This is all bullshit. You just spent like an extra 30, 40 minutes in this like 2-hour little tiny piece of content to find just the worst garbage. And the shame that washed over me as the Secret of Monkey Island fan when I was like, oh, this is going to be so worth it. I'm going to get so many good, funny jokes out of this. And just like, no, my pants are pulled down. They're around my ankles. Everyone can see my Secret of Monkey Island boxers. And I'm embarrassed. I got so pranked by Sea of Thieves. Oh, it was weird. It's bizarre. There's lots of loving homages, like the guy who tells you all about Loom.
Oh my god, yeah.
The Loom guy is there.
Loom guy.
If you haven't played the special the Brian Moriarty craft work, Loom is one of the best games ever, just by the by. It's a magical tale. The thing that just really got me was that, like, yeah, this does not hold a candle to the Pirates of the Caribbean Sea of Thieves tale. That's was so sad. Magical. There's nothing that's ever going to be like that. That was one of the most unreal, like, things in gaming I've ever experienced, where I'm playing Sea of Thieves and they've, like, fully one-to-one immortalized this Disneyland ride. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
But this was very fun. And very charming, and there's gonna be 2 more acts of it, and if they keep this up, we should have a lot of fun with it. I want to see how they do. They have to do pirate sword fighting. They have to do the sword fighting where you yell mean things.
You sound insults,
people. Yeah, your little insults. And I
think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be very fun. We gotta throw a rubber chicken down a zip line. all the usuals, just common Monkey Island shticks.
They have to get all the references in.
You actually can't. You can't get the. They have the rubber chicken in there, and they just literally don't let you pick it up. They say, "Sorry,
Why?
You can't have this."
What the fuck?
This is. They say it's for like subscribers only or something.
Oh shit!
Legacy
Dated.
players only or something, and you're not that.
Exclusive players.
It's exclusive rubber chicken content that you're not allowed to have.
Let's go to the news.
Take us to the news.
Taking us to the news corner. Well, as mentioned earlier, Fortnite has a collab. One of the recent events is a collab with Futurama. So Leela, Bender, Fry, they're all there. They're all there.
I've downloaded Bender. He's in my game.
Of course you have.
I only booted up Fortnite literally just to buy the Futurama skins. I didn't even play around.
But I don't know what's going on with Futurama. I feel like the series got revived 3 times by now. I don't understand what's going on. This is commemorating that,
right?
So.
What did it get picked up by this time? I forget.
I think Hulu.
Probably. That makes sense.
But nonetheless, that's go pick up your Bender if you're playing Fortnite.
Yes, it is Hulu. Okay.
On top of that, on top of other things coming back, Neopets is still under a very fun kind of new soft. I don't know what to call it. A rebrand, a relaunch. Anyway, they're back. They're trying to be back. They're kind of fun little PR tour saying, "Hey, we're here. Hi." And they're bringing back some of their Flash games, which has not and this has been done before under previous management, but they didn't bring back the entire library. So
right.
So they're going to try to revisit that and convert a lot of those now to be playable in today's browsers.
I love that Neopets is like some kind of nostalgic restaurant where they just keep putting up the banner that says "Under new management,"
like a rainforest cafe.
Yeah, here we're back, but we're not the same as before.
Keep trying.
I mean, yeah, I could be wrong, but wasn't there like a Neopets NFT scare?
Yes,
there was. So, again, I'm someone who has played Neopets many years ago, but that said, I'm not one of the adults who has stuck around and kept sticking around for Neopets throughout its several eras, I would say. So, right, there was the OG team, then there was some, I think after the OG team was the weird Scientology potential weirdo era. I don't know. I don't know if that overlapped with the cult era, if you will.
We're all going through our weirdo era, our cult era once in a while.
Weirdo era. I don't know if that overlaps. Yeah, I don't know if that overlaps with Viacom. Maybe, I don't know. But after that, they got bought by Jumpstart, which is, again, who's known for the educational games. I've also played those as a child. I've had a bunch of those CD-ROMs. And now we're in its current form, which is now an independently found, I think they're called Neopets Core. I could be wrong. But they are now some sort of group dedicated specifically to Neopets. I don't know. I haven't looked deeper into what they're affiliated, but I think they are specifically a new independent, like, core corporation or something. So probably do expect Neopets toys and McDonald's again. I don't know. I know there's gonna be Pokemon. I know there's gonna be Pokemon ones coming soon, which is promoting Sword and Shield in some way. I don't know if it's partnered with one of the DLCs, whatever. But I think that's the case.
That would be so weird. I get Pokemon in the Happy Meals, but like if they put Neopets in the Happy Meals, I'd start asking who those Happy Meals are for.
I mean, yeah, coinciding with the trading card stuff, so
I can imagine like Neopets finding a new generation of younger people, especially because there's there's Neopets nostalgia right now, and like there's like 2000s nostalgia in a way that's like really appealing to younger people. It's appealing to us in our beautiful ages that we are.
Yep.
But
I'm enfeebled.
But it's also the kind of thing where it's like younger people are seeing this and going, man, fucking sick internet from that time. What Neopets, like all of the YouTubers who are doing their like internet history, like throwback videos, like that kind of thing is definitely inspiring like a younger generation of people who are just like, I really want to fucking, I'll check out a damn Neopet.
Okay, yeah. No, I could see that a little bit. Do you think Neopets has trickle-down effect?
In what way?
Do you think it can trickle down to because Neopets is best when it's with the youths, right? When it's with the youngins, when it's like, 10 and 11-year-olds, which is a little more impenetrable.
I think you're discounting and you're a teacher, so you should know this. I think you're discounting how young people can be by the time they get on YouTube.
And
what they're interested in watching.
I know that really well, but I don't know if Neopets, because if you're only getting to the 13 and 14-year-olds, the crew that I know real well, now you're getting ironic views.
Mm-hmm.
So is Neopets a trend? Is it an ironic thing? Is it just like a little flash? Or are they actually going to start trying to ingrain a young generation to actually get into this little cutesy monster collecting thing?
I think they could totally do it.
Okay.
If they, I think that I don't think we're gonna see the big Neopets boom again, but I do think you could definitely cultivate a subculture of younger people who are interested in Neopets.
Yeah, I think a big part of too is like reviving things like the Flash games, for instance, which again, there are some of them, but then it's not all of them. So like a lot of these different points of interactive media they could do, and obviously they're gonna be looking into things like collaborating with Roblox, Fortnite, the places where Gen Z are playing games right now. They're gonna definitely like be. I think they're doing that right now. They're probably like rolling the steam any minute now to like release something insane on Fortnite any minute. I don't know, play it. like Fortnite will have a pets feature where you have a Neopet. I don't know, stuff like that. So
I think my biggest worry is that I think that millennials are putting a lot of stock into Neopets, and they're opening themselves up to some trauma when they look on TikTok and they find the trend is kids deleting their elderly grandmother's Neopets account to own them, and they film them on TikTok. It's just gonna be million views immediately. Like, oh, watch my grandmother wither. Watch my old father wither when I delete his Neopets from when he was a kid.
Watch my big sister crumble up into a ball when I sell her really expensive cookie crumble paintbrush. For one Neocoin, trickle down economics. The Neopets economy is not. It's fucked up. They need to fix that first.
I can see why they wanted to get into NFTs.
Oh no, and that's where I know that like quietly went away. I don't know what happened to that. You asked that question several minutes ago, but to answer your question, it's gone.
Yeah, it seems like the Jumpstart people got
that was part of Jumpstart. I think yes,
they got the message from the community who were saying "fuck you," we don't want NFTs. And
no one wants to engage with that. Yes.
So, I have breaking news from my roommate Stu, who is also playing Remnant 2. He is also currently on the hunt for the Flood Room because there's apparently a ring in there that would be really good for his build.
God, oh, that sucks. Oh,
it sounds like he's having as miserable a time as I am finding it. But hey, as soon as one of us finds it, we can do it together. So that's what matters.
Now you both are on the grind. Oh no! This is such a cult. You're in the gamer sewer cult.
We are. We're rolling around in the muck in the sewers.
You are enabling each other's worst aspects. Oh, good luck, Stu. Good luck, Scott.
We're trying our best.
Stay strong.
And also, its own comeback. Nickelodeon Brawl Stars is getting a sequel.
Brawl Stars.
Yes. The first one really didn't. I think like. Several of us here were like, there was just a lot lacking to the first one, so I guess they're just like, instead of fixing it, we'll have a second one already. I don't know, it feels like a quick
What I remember from the first one was, like, people were pretty upset about, like, the lack of, like, character to it. There wasn't voice acting at launch. A lot of the stuff felt very sterile. Like, it was an otherwise fine like Smash Bros clone in terms of like they had the things people want. Like they got wave dashing, they made melee. That's what matters. But like there wasn't enough Nickelodeon-ness to it, which is something they actually addressed over patches. Like they did eventually add in voice acting for some characters. So an All-Star Brawl 2 actually makes a lot of sense to me.
I think it's really funny that it makes it in my head this is totally not how it works, but in my head, they saw, like, they put out Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. They're really proud of this. They're like, look at what we did. We've managed to make Nickelodeon characters do a very cool, old school Super Smash Brothers Melee type game. And people got it, and they were like, how come there's no voice acting? And they just go, wait, what?
But it's also crap. A game, they did this very clearly on a budget as well.
Yes. They were like, oh crap, making a cool Smash Brothers clone, we kind of forgot, like, the main stuff that makes it, like,
I don't think it was a matter of forgetting as much as... Like, I don't think it was a matter of forgetting as much as they couldn't on account of...
There's no way this happened, but, like, they start patching it in, and so instead they're like, this sucks. Patching this in and, like, trying to, you know, slap this all on after the fact, this sucks. Hit new project. We gotta go from the beginning again. Let's copy and paste what works, and let's build this from scratch again. And go number 2. Slap a 2 on there. We're gonna do this right this time.
The turnover is insane because, like, All-Star Brawl came out in 2021. This is 2 years, but it's like, it makes sense. It makes sense in the sense of, like, if you think of this as, like, a huge update to that game. You know, like, it's very obviously the same game, but they added more stuff to it. But they're calling it 2 because the amount of stuff that they're adding is substantial enough that it feels like it could justify a new release.
Absolutely. No, I'm sure that it does. I think that's what they're signaling with it being, you know, number 2 and stuff. But also, like, why isn't this just, you know, a expansion or a patch? Like, how come the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl engine itself and the game that's there is not substantial enough to... What are they putting into this game that's, like, much bigger? That's what I want to get, you know, I want to figure that out more than just, hey, Squidward's in it.
Well, it has...
Oh, Jimmy Neutron.
It has more characters, more stages, more modes, new campaign mode. I don't remember if the original had a campaign
We're
mode
getting Overwatched again. We're back.
It has full crossplay on all platforms, voice acting for every playable character, new minigames, improved graphics, and more.
Okay, yeah, that back half and more. That back half is like super substantial that I would... Yeah, you'd need to make an entirely new SKU for fitting all that in there.
But it makes sense to finish that game and do some post game support on it, and then just be like, okay, we're done. Let's just work on the new stuff we want to work on for it too.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is like, at some point they were like, all right, we got to just go straight for a sequel. We're getting big on this. We're getting really, really large on what we want to do with this Nickelodeon All-Star, like, the space, and I guess the Nickelodeon license people are cool with it, so, like, now what can we do? Which is kind of a cool space to be in. It should be really awesome.
In the single-player campaign, you'll be aiming to stop Danny Phantom bad guy Vlad Plasmius from conquering the Nickelodeon universe.
Don't want him to do that.
No. That's
a real Danny Phantom character, yes.
Yes, he's the hot one.
Yeah, he is the hot one. He's one of the daddies. Yeah.
Yeah.
According to the like, no, he also was a villain too in one of the other Nick games. They always use the Danny Phantom. I don't know. I guess because literally Nickelodeon doesn't have like a good versus evil, like Danny Phantom's like the only one I could think of that does that.
I don't know. I would consider a lot of
Invader Zim too, probably. Like
I would consider a lot of their shows to have very obvious like a protagonist and antagonist. Like, you know, you got
Plankton, yeah.
You got Plankton. You have, oh my God, what is his name? What is the name of the green guy from Doug? Doug's bully.
What? He's just a bully though. He's just like, he's not going to take over the world.
Frank?
It's Roger Klotz.
Roger.
It's Roger.
Klotz, yes.
It's Roger.
I almost said Skeeter?
He is Doug Funny's enemy and later his friend.
Yeah, he becomes an ally later on.
Well, yeah, it's obviously enemies to friends. Very.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold
to
on.
Lovers.
Hold on. So I remember there was a Doug reboot, but
it was the Disney one that a lot of people don't like.
Yeah. I am seeing here in the character animation for Roger, it says birthday, July 20th, 1975, age 45. And if you only think of this in the context of Doug Doug as teens, it's very funny if his bully is middle-aged.
Yes, exactly. So like Nickelodeon villains, you got like the Fairly Odd Parents guy, the like
Yeah,
Crocker.
the Pixies too.
You got Crocker stuff, but then you also have like the Rugrats girl. You have Angelica.
Yeah,
Right.
Who's just a child.
Yeah, she's just a child.
I mean, she's a little bit more. She's a little bit more privileged, slightly older child than the babies,
Yes,
which makes
that's
her
true.
a great antagonist.
She's like one of the best
She's like 3
antagonists ever.
though.
She's a monster. I think she should terrorize all of the other Nickelodeon characters with some kind of large overwrought plot where she like makes a call on her toy phone and it like rains hell upon all of the Nickelodeon gang, SpongeBob and his crew.
Oh, she would. Yeah, she would own all of them. Somehow.
She would own all of them. Yes.
but similar to the Doug and Roger situation, Angelica is also when push comes to shove, she will join the Rugrats in battle.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm on the Doug wiki. If you go to Roger Klotz's father, he works as a professional rodeo clown.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that personally. I don't remember this episode where they talk about that.
I don't remember a single
divorce
Doug
clown.
episode.
Yeah, I was about to say, would
The
you?
show's a fever dream.
Oh my god,
And their town being called Bloatburg.
man, there's a lot of good stuff on the Doug wiki.
Oh yeah, look up the Dinks. You know,
I'm looking at Skeeter's page.
that's how I understood what the Dinks as a reference was from the Doug show. And I was like, damn, double income, no kids. Isn't that the goal?
I also highly recommend the Rocket Power Wiki, which is also very good. There are pages of someone who went into a fever dream and wrote an epilogue of the series. I highly recommend reading it in your own time. It goes into like the 30th century or so. It's very extensive.
Okay.
I'm really liking in the character information of each of the Doug characters that there's a section called allies and a section called enemies.
It's important lore.
Are you an ally or an enemy to Doug? Doug Funny.
Doug has 4 enemies, and for some
Only
reason,
4?
for some reason, Roger is not listed in them. Probably because he becomes a friend
he
by
becomes
the
a
end.
friend later on. He becomes not a threat.
If Doug Funny has no enemies, then I'm dead.
Doug's 4 enemies are Guy Graham, Percy Femur, Mr. Bone, and Mrs. Stinson.
Put me on that list.
And I hate this guy. Hold on, look at this asshole.
Mr. Bone?
Oh yeah, that's one of the teachers, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right, yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
So,
One of the
I'm
teachers.
so sick of Mr. Bone. He's the assistant principal of
okay.
Bluffington High.
No, you want to slug this guy.
Oh no, right. They're not in high school yet. They're in like middle school.
Yeah.
Because the later Doug season was Doug Goes to High School.
So much Doug lore. And one more final piece of lighter news, quick news. Monster Hunter Now releases Niantic's new latest GPS-powered game, which is pretty much the same, and not to be... It is pretty much the same as all the other ones. It mechanically runs similar to Pokemon Go, the Pikmin Go. You gotta go around, and that will trigger spawn points to run into the iconic Monster Hunter monsters and fight them. With various points also on maps, again, to collect resources, to make weapons, and all that. And it seems like this one, they very much directly collaborated with Capcom. That said, yes, it is mostly the same game as the other ones.
That's such a bummer.
How heavy does your phone get when you play Monster Hunter Now?
Oh.
If you're playing Monster Hunter Now, you should have like really heavy ankle weights or like arm weights on to really give you that Monster Hunter feeling.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, wear some weighted clothing.
You have to sharpen your phone if you use it too much.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta carry a giant Buster Sword thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm already doing that. So.
The phone is in the hilt, yeah. That Monster Hunter one's kind of interesting because all of Niantic's stuff is about like 2 teams or factions or 3 teams all going at it, but Monster Hunter doesn't have that necessarily.
It's very
I could be mistaken,
I
but
guess
I think
Pikmin doesn't have that, but like, yeah.
I think it's about hunting monsters.
You're right. So is everyone just kind of on the same team, just run around with like as many people that are playing this Monster Hunter game. And...
Yeah, and you probably... I truly did not look further into it. I don't know if this is something I will bother trying as someone who does play Monster Hunter, but like, I think, I wouldn't be surprised if like, similar to how like the other games have like, like kind of, territorial claim mechanics. Like, I wonder if in this case it would be like campsites.
Yeah.
Which would make sense, but again, I'm not sure.
I figure it's like that raid mechanic that's in Pokemon Go where you just get like 50 people on a point.
Yeah, claiming gems.
Yeah. That's probably... most of what they're doing. Niantic is a very predictable company, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Unfortunately so.
They are extremely predictable.
They have one mechanic.
And I think I think it's very clear that it kind of is hurting them that can only make like one game. With their recent layoff, and so who's to say? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen really with them after these. After they don't really have anything else under development because they just canceled them when they did the layoffs. So these are kind of the only games right now they have: Monster Hunter now, Pikmin Go, Bloom. Is that no, Pikmin Bloom?
Pikmin
yes,
Bloom,
and then one of the original games, and then Pokemon Go. So we're gonna steer right now into a little more densely packed news. I guess not so densely packed, but like stuff that's a little more on the serious side that needs to kind of be like unpacked a little bit more. First things off, we got Projekt Red has announced that they will be having a couple hundred layoffs. They're expecting to lay off a couple hundred people. And the very interesting thing about this is that this is not immediate. So it seems like it's staggered. Like it seems like some folks will be laid off now, while others will be laid off towards next year. As far as next year. And there is the promise of severance packages, which is good. But yeah, it's very, it seems like, they're, well, here, I'm going to read this from what the CEO said specifically. Specifically that they might be overstaffed. They feel like they're overstaffed right now. And that's like kind of leading to the cuts. Just recently too, right? They, laid off the team behind the Gwent game, right? The Witcher Gwent game as well. So,
right.
So yeah. Not great. Again, it's always not good, like, and not really great whenever you hear layoff news like this, hoping for the best. But it seems like there is a conversation going on. But I'm very curious as to see, like, what is going on in terms of, like, Projekt Red's projections where they feel like they're overstaffed, that they need to lay off people, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's a very common thing in the games industry, mass layoffs. Like, you usually typically hear about them after a game releases.
Yeah.
And CD Projekt Red is between a couple different things right now. They're working on a new Witcher.
Absolutely.
They're still, I don't know if they're still working on Cyberpunk content. I think they're still, I don't want to talk out of my ass on that one, but I know they released their DLC. So it could totally be that, like, after they have worked on these major projects and after they've cut Gwent, like, they may finally feel as though they're in a comfortable spot with the projects they have and realizing, hey, we definitely are employing too many people for the amount of work that we actually have, which is kind of bullshit, because if you really wanted to actually do something with that, you can simply come up with another project.
Yeah. Or move people around. Yeah.
But they probably only have so much room to expand. It sucks. It sucks. Let them work. Give them something to do.
Right, and it's like, it does go into the problem of, like, especially for a lot of creative industries, it is a huge privilege to be able to say, oh, I have a full-time job working in video games. Like, to say that you have that stability, and unfortunately for most people, it is very much a project-by-project basis. If you're not getting new projects, you unfortunately don't really have a long tenure kind of job, right? It's kind of like, it weighs a lot on that. It weighs on a lot of those factors compared to, like, maybe other jobs where, a longevity, there's more chances of a longevity because it's not project based. And then one more piece of news, which, just kind of, I think it just didn't just happen. I think this happened like a bit some time ago, but I only caught it now. So for any of you music heads out there, or anyone who like watches YouTube videos in general, like, I'm sure you would probably know about the channel, by what internet calls the busiest music nerd, Anthony Fantano. I know a lot of people have very funny names for him. But otherwise also known as the Needle Drop. Anthony Fantano is known for doing like all these like for always coming out, like, specifically for his series of always coming out with, like, an album review of, like, everything, of every big pop hit, of every known hip-hop. You know, he is known for that. He is known as that talking head for doing that kind of thing for any of you huge music heads out there that constantly, like, looking up the charts and seeing what's going on.
Or anyone who likes looking at pictures of bald guys.
Yes,
you see
absolutely.
him a lot.
Yes. And he somehow... So why am I bringing it up in a gaming news section? Well, Activision came for his ass.
Came for his whole
laughing,
ass.
but it's also horrible. It's also very horrible and stupid. So a clip of him has gone around on TikTok where he's like, it's basically like a joke around a pizza. Like, it's like, oh, it's too many slices. It's enough slices. Like, it's a very, I'm not going to explain. It's a very stupid joke around a pizza. And he thinks a pizza is being, like, sliced too much, where, like, the slices are getting thin. And the clip is literally just him saying, it's enough slices. So that's going viral on TikTok as just, like, a whatever mimetic soundbite. You know, whatever. No big deal. Silly. Haha. Funny. Activision decides to use that clip to market Crash Bandicoot merch. And then Anthony Fantano is like, don't do that, because you're using that to actually sell something and make money out of it. You know, compared to like a random person, a user on TikTok who's just using it to make a funny. They're not technically directly monetizing out of it, unless, I don't know. Again, there's all these like deeper conversations to be had about that. Like, what if they're an influencer and they're technically, you know, all that. But anyway, Anthony Fantano's tried to take legal action against Activision. So first of all, crazy. Oh gosh, okay, that was a big for you to do that. But also understandable. He's like, I feel like they're using my voice to market something I'm not endorsing. You know, I should be taking a cut out of this. What's going on? Activision decides to countersue. You know, he claiming that that his soundbite is in the commercial sounds library of TikTok. So again, this is a whole bigger thing where I'm not fully in that field of expertise to comment further on that, but like, that's pretty, that's insane. To me, like, you know, this is just like a real, like, that's insane. That is insane. I think he is in the right to feel like I'm being used for like a commercial. I should be entitled to whatever gains they're getting from a commercial, right? And then
especially because like this was most likely said during one of his actual like monetized videos.
Yeah, from his actual content. Yeah,
it is his own intellectual property. Like, no matter if it's like mimetic and being spread around, and if TikTok feels like it has the ability to consider it part of their audio library, it doesn't matter because it's not their intellectual property. Mm-hmm. It's really, the entire thing's ridiculous, and unfortunately I do have to side with Activision on account of I would like to see Anthony Fantano destroyed. So it's...
Yes, that's a separate issue, though.
That's the sad part about it, is for once I'm finally siding with them after all of the bullshit they've been through.
There's also the side of things where Fantano was originally demanding 6 figures out of Activision for use of this clip. Mm-hmm. And it's not like there's a certain amount that's like the right amount or anything like that. But when Activision says, hey, this is a ridiculous amount, an extortionate amount of money is what they quote, is the quote here. I look at that and I go like, yeah, that is an extortionate amount of money. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Not that Activision can't pay that, but like, my guy, you just said some words over someone else's video. You're not even slicing nothing. It was plenty of slices for someone else, and you're just the one that's mad at it. So seeing a guy who gets big, red, and sweaty in this TikTok video now get big, red, and sweaty outside of the TikTok video, and then getting countersued because he got so big, red, and sweaty is kind of funny.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like conversation that needs to be had, is because they do, like, Activision definitely cites like a particular point in their countersuit over like, well, why didn't you, you know, and this is also valid, you know, like, why didn't you bring up legal action when it was becoming like a meme, when other people started using it, which again I was saying, like, what if I feel like there are also probably other corporate brands who also used his clip at this point, you know, not just Activision. So
and he's been going after all of them. He has been litigious about this clip becoming a meme.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, so he's been going out after everyone and trying to. Okay, interesting.
Yes,
okay.
He is going after as many people as he can, and so Activision countersuing them is a little justified in a bizarre way.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other people who are definitely not Activision also getting the same, like, hey, here's my, you know, 4, 5, 6-figure bill for you using a clip of me, which isn't like, yeah, it's frustrating. It's stupid.
It is a large amount of money, but like, and completely dropping the bit here, like, considering how often major big businesses and like the sort of general sense of anonymity when it comes to anything becoming a meme on the internet, that like anyone at all being able to cash out on that is a miracle. And Anthony Fantano has the ability to do so because he has access to legal teams that a lot of people don't have. And he also has a huge platform through which he can garner support. And that's something a lot of people don't have. So it makes a lot of sense to me, and like, sure, the amount he's asking for is ludicrous, but that honestly doesn't matter compared to holding these sorts of big businesses that use other smaller people's intellectual property completely without any kind of checks or balances, because it's defended under
fair use
basically
or something. Yeah.
Fair, not fair use, because an ad isn't fair use. But like, it's defended under like common sounds.
Yeah.
Like, it's defended under like something becoming a meme, and something becoming popular, and becoming sort of out of the grasp of everything else, out of the grasp of the original creator, means that larger entities essentially get free reign to use it however they will. So I 100% am in support of like, anytime you can hold people accountable for that, especially because there's been countless people who have created unbelievably long-standing memes and like pieces of content that have been circulated so far beyond their grasp, circulated like to a degree that people like Elon Musk are just sharing them without like any kind of attribution whatsoever. I don't mention this that much, but I know the guy who wrote the Navy SEAL like copy pasta, and he's one of my friends.
Oh shit!
And I talked to him. He's like a normal guy. And he's just like, he just wrote something funny one day, and now that's like something he can never take back. And he's tried, but it's like, it's not his anymore, and that's a bummer. Like, people should be able to attribute themselves to the work that they've made.
You're telling me that Maverick can't get any honk shoe money out of his memes?
Of course, yeah.
It's tricky too, because I think it's also the specific piece of medium that makes this hard too. It's a soundbite.
Yeah. I think soundbites especially are way easier, because that has a very distinct source.
Yeah.
Like, you can go and point to where that is, to where that's from.
But I think in terms of like the virality of sound bites, and then also you got things like copy pasta, like, you know, like the Navy SEAL thing, which is also text that got lost, I guess. I don't know. Perhaps that's, I don't know. I feel, because I think a lot again about like Casey Green's comic, which became, you know, the This Is Fine dog with the fire surrounding.
Yeah.
And then he over time eventually was able to reclaim that, and is like getting a lot of opportunities and royalties of letting people use that. And I think that's great. That's like a success story somehow.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing where it's like, the source of this is so undeniable that you can't divorce it from its creator, and you don't get that with so many other like big mainstream games. Like, so few people are able to cash in on it. Like, absolutely. like the guy who, God, what's his name? Matt Fury, who made the guy who became the Pepe the Frog. You know,
yes.
like he's had to deal with it. Like, he's able to, he's able to reclaim it in some senses, but like, that's also being used to propagate like horrific far right, like Nazi adjacent shit. So
that has an earlier of the issue of being appropriate specifically for bad shit,
for hate speech. Yeah,
and then that in itself is a separate problem. So you can't even reclaim it because it's been so tainted, or it's like hard to.
It's also Anthony Fantano, the baldest man on the planet.
Yeah,
this is not his first rodeo with trying
to
absolutely hold on to his likeness and his image, because he's the baldest man in the world, and so like that's been used a lot in his past.
And just taking it back, if you're suing anyone and if you're someone who is in the position to sue someone and you have you feel like you have a strong legal case, you typically are going to make some sort of outrageous claim for it, because what's likely going to happen is the other side is going to come back and be like, okay, let's settle. And then you get into settlement negotiations. And it's he's probably going to make money off of it, but it's not going to be six figures.
Right. But probably a lot still, maybe. At least some.
Oh, yeah, probably still a lot, but.
Yeah. And as far as I know, that's it for the news.
Okay. I will ask you a question then.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
And if you want to send us any questions whatsoever, you can send it to gamesline.tumblr.com /ask. And you can sound a lot like our buddy Cello Buster here. Cello Buster, who asks, very simply, what is your gaming Barbenheimer?
I don't know if anyone has said this before. Games had this. Games had this 2 years ago.
Games have had
when
this
Halo
so many times.
and Animal Crossing came out that same week, and
That's
we
right,
saw
Doom.
nothing
Yeah,
but
Doom
Isabel and Master Chief hanging out.
It was Doom
friends.
Guy. It was Doom.
Oh, Doom Guy.
Yeah. No, yeah, same game.
Same game. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Doom Guy and Isabel doing that thing.
Isabel would, dad boomer shooters. But for me personally, and because they were just under the same publisher and client, right? For a while, I played Battlefield and Sims coincidentally, back to back, just because they were both in Origin, and you're in jail. If you have to play an EA game, you unfortunately are in jail with the Origin client. So, So that was me. That's what I can think of right now. Sims and the Battlefield 1. Yeah, that Battlefield 1. Yeah, that's the correct number.
Elvie, I can't for the life of me imagining you playing Battlefield. I don't know why.
I did enjoy it.
Listen, I love Battlefield 1942. That was a great game. I love Bad Company 2. I played a good amount of Battlefield 3, but I didn't like it nearly as much as Bad Company. So it's I get it. I love the Battlefield stuff.
I just don't think about it.
It's there's a sort of Battlefield mindset that you have to be in order to truly appreciate Battlefield. There's been a lot of Battlefield in this episode. We're really talking about Battlefield. None of the newer games have captured it at all, period. I didn't like Battlefield 1 that much
either.
That's
the thing. I don't have a history with the older games. I don't have a history at all with the older games. And that's why I think. I'm just oh, okay.
Yeah, I shoot the guy.
And I never played I never played I only played that only one, and then I didn't play the other two since.
I'm on the battlefield. I'm Battlefield 1ing, and that's how I know it. Yeah, you shoot the guy, they die, and then I got it.
You know what's really fun to do that they eventually patched this out of the game you could do it in, which is all I did exclusively because I was at a point when I think this was at Battlefield 3, where class-based shooters, I was so tired of them that I was just trying to find the dumbest thing to do. I have the same thing with TF2, where I only ever play as either the sniper or a demo knight, not the demo man, a demo knight who is just holding a melee weapon and nothing else. But all I do is find one weird idiosyncratic thing that is sort of counterintuitive to the way you play the game, and just sort of master that. And my thing for Battlefield 3, I think you could do it in Bad Company 2 also? No, it was mostly a 3 thing. But what I would do was, I would get, there was a class that could summon a UAV. Mm-hmm. I think it was the sniper class, because you're supposed to put it up there to spot people, and then you would you'd be able to figure out where people are and then snipe them. What I would do is I'd pull out the UAV, and because this game had physics-based damage, you could ram the UAV into someone and it would kill them. And for a while, when you did that, it did no damage to the UAV, so you could just keep flying around being a death machine. You could also, if you want to, get a teammate to put some explosives on your UAV, and then you could fly it up to a tank and try and blow it up that way.
Great.
and eventually they patched it out. And they're like, first their solution was, okay, the first time you hit someone with the UAV, it crashes. And I'm like, okay, it crashes and it breaks. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'm still going to keep doing it, though.
Yep.
And then eventually they just made it so that the UAV didn't damage anyone. And I was like, man, that sucks. It's not like it's a broken or overpowered thing, but it's like, it's clearly not what the thing is designed to do.
No, absolutely not.
So they just got upset with people having fun, you know? I don't know what my Barbenheimer is.
I think one more. Concurrently, I have played the original Stalker games. And around that time, that was also when I was more obsessive into Harvest Moon.
I can't imagine you playing Stalker either. That rocks.
Hey, Elvie, can I get a portmanteau of that?
Yeah.
What is the Stalker and Harvest Moon? Stalkvist Moon?
Stockist Moon.
Story of Stalkers, as Harvest Moon is known as in the English localization.
Of course.
No, I think it was Clear Sky and Shadow. I never played.
You played Clear Sky?
Yeah, I have played Clear Sky.
God.
A lot of my gaming choices were influenced by boys I was dating at that time. To be quite honest, that is why
you dated a stalker guy. I'm so sorry.
No, he's fine. He's one of my best friends right now. He's great.
Okay, that's good because a stalker guy can be like one of two guys.
Yeah.
They're either like the chillest, coolest dude ever, or they're a complete nightmare.
No, he's
and there's no in
he's
between.
Normal. He's very much one of those like, he's very much one of those like really into history stuff, and he's just like, oh yeah,
right.
I play a lot. Yeah. But he's normal. He's pretty normal, as far as I know. Dating a totally normal girl now too, and like they're both great, so he's fine.
Oh yeah.
So he's not
Good for
insane.
him.
I would say the boy during my Battlefield era was insane. I think
that's just a given. That's just a given. There's no good person that plays Battlefield.
So yeah, I think that's I don't think I have a current Barbenheimer, so we'll see. I think that's
You know what's a good Barbenheimer? You know it's a real good one that nobody talks about this, and I think it really could hit the list. The orange box.
Oh wow!
As in all of it?
As in you have Portal and you have TF2.
But I feel like they concurrently go together though, not in like an opposite.
They don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they go together at all. I don't think they go together any way whatsoever. Because I don't
consider that a
Portal.
Barbenheimer because that's a collection. Like Half-Life 2 came out years ago.
I know.
And the big thing about the orange box is that it was coming out with Half-Life 2 Episode 2. And like completely fully in it, along with, okay, here's our other thing that's coming out, Portal, still like same general universe, but it's a different kind of game. And then like all of these Valve games also had like different multiplayer variants. They had Team Fortress as well. I think like all of them are very coherent. I think they make so much sense together. Or maybe that's just me looking through it from a retrospective lens, but
Scott, I played Portal and it was the cleanest, nicest shooter experience ever. And then I turned on Team Fortress 2 for the first time in my life.
Right.
After playing Portal, one of the greatest games ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, this game sucks. What an inscrutable piece of garbage. Why would anyone want to play this? Lo and behold, my surprise, finding out, oh, this is also some people's like greatest game ever. And I'm like, what? This is a completely different game. This is
it's
wildly different thing.
In some ways.
It is some people's greatest game ever today.
It is. And I get it now. I get it more now. But when it first came out, that game was inscrutable to me, where I would just log in, get jibbed, and I'm like, what is going on with this? This is like a really bad like shooter game where every class kind of sucks a little bit. Okay.
They're all great, actually.
Yeah, they are.
No, I played TF2 like last week. Like, I'm still playing that every now and then. It's great going back to TF2 and realizing just how bad the performance issues are in that game after playing it so many times and just like never really noticing. But now that I'm a much older and wiser person with a bigger rig, it's like, oh wait, a lot of these graphics are CPU bound, aren't they? There really isn't anything you can do about that, huh? That seems like a problem.
I look at the aesthetic of Barbenheimer, and I look at the aesthetic of like the disparity between all the orange box games, and there's a lot of like tonal similarity there.
I don't know.
TF2 and Portal have completely opposite like styles and themes to them.
They do, but to me, like, the Half-Life is very important there, because Half-Life 2 bridges Portal 2 and TF2. Like, it is the between them both. Like TF2 and Portal are both the obvious offshoots of that game. So that's where it comes together for me.
That's how you'd look at it nowadays. When I was like 14 and it was my first computer game I ever had, and I didn't have any access to a Half-Life 1, that was not the primary game that was in the orange box. The primary game was Portal, and then there was TF2 that I could also play. I could not play, Half-Life 2 Episode 2 or whatever was also on the box, because I didn't have any access to the original stuff away.
You don't need to play Half-Life 1. All you need to do is play Half-Life 2.
But that's not how it looked when I was a child opening up my first PC game, right?
Right.
And so my entry point into this, and then later finding out like, oh, there's actually a much bigger game that's underneath Portal and Half-Life, or Portal and Team Fortress 2. That was also a shock to me. So it's my super Barbenheimer. It's my common writer's Barbenheimer.
We're getting episode 3 any day now. It's
any
still
day
coming.
now. TF3.
God, I can't even think about any Barbenheimer. Like every single. The thing is, like, I've definitely had Barbenheimers in the past, but it's like every single time that's happened, I've always made a clear and distinct choice as to which one I am going to pick, and I will not regret it. Like, if I have to go back and play something else later, that's fine. I don't need to do two at the same time. I don't know. Like, I know I personally was very torn up when Elden Ring and Horizon Zero West or Forbidden West came out together. I clearly wanted to play both so badly. I think I sit pretty good on the decision I made.
Hey, you know what franchise has the exact same thing as Barbie and Oppenheimer, but it's in the exact same franchise in every single game?
Yeah, hit me.
Kirby.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Kirby where he activated the atomic bomb.
You start as a little pink guy, and at the end of every single game, you are become Death, and you become God.
That's true. You absolutely do. You even kill Death at some point.
Yes.
You do kill the Destroyer of Worlds.
And you usually do it with nukes.
Yes. Several Destroyer of Worlds, if anything. I'm pretty sure Kirby has gone through each of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And beyond that somehow. Kirby has, like... I agree. Every final level of a standard Kirby game is the Book of Revelations.
Yes.
Kirby just like... and then everything becomes new and resets the world free from sin. I don't know.
But not free from cake.
No,
That's
absolutely
what you get
not.
at the end.
Kirby still needs to eat. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Gets one little piece of cake with a tiny strawberry on top.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a good Barbenheimer is, actually? Fucking Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds. I think people have historically made the choice of which one they prefer, but it's like, listen, the New Vegas freaks needed something. When you've been starved for so long, Outer Worlds comes out, and I'm like, oh boy, this is the one I'm sticking with. And I don't want to say I was wrong, because I did really enjoy Outer Worlds quite a bit, but historically, I have not been vindicated by that choice.
Yeah, that's fair.
To this day, I'm still confused.
Yep.
I have physical copies of both of them sitting on a shelf right next to each other, and their labels look almost exactly the same. It's just orange text on like a black label. So it's like, oh wow, this series looks really interesting.
The mistakes made in the marketing of those games.
I think that's going to do it for the Gamesline podcast.
It is pretty good.
If you want to check out our stuff, you can go to gamesline.net. What do we have in the tank? Okay. So,
well, we got some stuff that recently came out. You can still talk about those.
I will, don't worry. But Solon, we got something big coming out.
What's
you
coming?
got something big coming out.
I don't even know that. I didn't even notice.
You know what it is. You've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually did a little bit of writing, and I put out an entire thing. I'm going to be putting out an entire thing about a video game that I find very keen, and I can't wait for people to read it, because it's about... it's supposed to be a feel-good story. It's about authenticity. It's about being yourself, and if anyone tries to get in your way, just fuck them, Bull. I mean, freak them. You gotta freak them. Ah,
That's right.
those turds.
John also put up a review of Anno Mutationum. You can go check that out on Gamesline.net. Go check out why he was disappointed by this video game that's like anime SCP. I don't know. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. That's the thing. That's the thing about 2-star reviews is like there's something you love, but it's being hampered.
Mm-hmm.
Always check out our content there. If you want to follow us, you can follow us. The Gamesline on Twitter. Gamesline.tumblr.com. Facebook.com/Gamesline. YouTube.com/TheGamesline. Twitch.tv/GameslineTV, where I guess we're going to be playing Crypt Worlds this week.
Let's go.
We'll see. Crypt Worlds or Crypt Underworlds or both. One or the other. You know what? I feel like we're a games site. We got to cover the new games. I'm sitting... As much as I want to play Crypt Worlds again, I have to lay the hammer down and say it's got to be Crypt Underworld. I think that's what we need to do.
That's right.
If you like our stuff, you want to get some content a week early or some exclusive content, you can go to patreon.com/Gamesline. $3 a month for our Express Pass. And if you want to hang out, you can always go to the GameZone.zone. A great replacement for Twitter, which is dying. We're on Blue Sky too, but we haven't set that up. Elvie, I gave you the login. Go nuts.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Where can we find y'all?
You want to go, Elvie, or you want me to go?
Sure,
It
yes.
was an open y'all to all of us, which is a lot of responsibility.
Y'all means all. As alluded to, I'm basically the social media producer at Gamesline. I will crack the code that is Blue Sky. But the sky ran out. We before this podcast, the sky of Blue Sky ran out.
I got rate limited on Blue Sky somehow.
So, who's to say? It's very scary, but nonetheless, you can always find our stuff on the main website, Gamesline.net. You know, if you need help setting up and following an the classic RSS feed, any one of us can help you if you just ask.
We should. Do we have RSS links just straight up in our categories?
We have some people in our community who have said who follow us through that way. So
that's sick.
So I'm not sure though. I'm not sure if anything changed across the domain changes, but you can do that. That said, you can personally follow me. I'm also on Blue Sky. Again, I'm also not using it, but I'm still on FKA Twitter. That said, but both aliases, you can follow me at LVMAEPARIAN. I both of those blue sites. Tumblr is also a blue site. I am known as Tuxedo Birdie on there, and that's also an alias you can find me on pretty much any other place. Also on co-host as Tuxedo Birdie. I'm a regular on our anime podcast known as Unlimited Railworks. So in the upcoming week after this episode, we're gonna probably hear John and Maverick back from their anime mission from Otakon, and I know they've met up with some other folks in the community too as well, which seems very fun, very exciting, very sweaty since it's quite hot in DC right now, as with anywhere else, but in DC especially.
I love it's their anime mission. It's like they're missionaries.
Yeah, they're on pilgrimage. Yeah.
No, they aren't. They have to report back. They are coming back with a 300-page report.
They've got their little anime suits and their anime bikes, and they're pedaling around DC, getting the scoops,
spreading the word and getting the word back. But yeah, that's what's going on with me.
So where can we find you?
Hey, you can find me on Twitter and on Twitch and on YouTube at ChorbySP. That's my place. That's where I live. I got to meet a real life BuzzBallz fan today, and it was delightful. It was such a charming thing to meet someone in real life.
That's exciting.
Sorry, wild aside. Did you know I'm a game designer now? I actually make and develop video games. I've taken the plunge this summer to do that. That's why I haven't really been around much in a lot of places. And so you'll be able to find me on co-host at Solon, as well as solon.itch.io, which I've actually got quite a lot of work on there from years of working with students. I make sure to archive their work on there, not to be like, oh, it's my stuff. No, I just I know what it's like to be making games in school, in like high school and middle school, and then losing that stuff forever. So I make sure that hey, if my students ever need to know where their work went, yeah, it's on
That's great.
solon.h.io, and they know
No,
it's
yeah, you
gonna
can
it's gonna be there
set-
forever.
Yeah, you can basically make like a playlist or category
Exactly.
specifying this is like student work and not yours. Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's where I'm gonna be putting some projects
Or you
on.
can not do that and just say it's yours.
This tomorrow is my first day as a full-time game developer, and by full-time I mean it's gonna be this week because I've got my actual job starts in a month. I'm gonna be going to PAX, and so this
Hell
next
yeah.
week is our setup week before we do all of the PAX stuff, where we help Gamesline and do a bunch of press for
Ooh.
PAX. But so this week before that, I am going to be a 40-hour-a-week full-time game developer. I'm going to make a game in this 1 week. And we're going to see what
Yes.
comes out the other end. So I'll have a live stream on
So
Friday.
it's a game
and
jam? You're in a game jam, basically?
It's something like a game jam. It's
Okay.
more for my edification that, like,
A
hey,
single person game jam.
yeah, I am learning.
Hackathon.
I am in the process of trying to figure out like what is possible within this space, what is reasonable to ask out of myself. But there should be output at the end of it, so it should be a really
Hell
fun
yeah.
time.
I would love to see the end of that. I would love to unpack your brain, so I'm not going to interrupt your workflow and start asking
Yeah,
you
we'll
questions.
play your game.
We'll play
Oh,
your
yeah.
game.
Oh, yeah.
We can't review it, though, as an ethical...
You can't review it. You're right. God.
You can talk about it, though, but we can't review it.
You can't review my game either, which is
Oh,
sad.
no.
Well,
Sad.
big moves on the Golden Girls front is I brought in a handful of other writers to help me like finalize the script on that game.
Sure.
So, fucking excited as hell to do that.
Yay.
Oh, that's so cool.
We're all making great projects.
Are you on Blue Sky? Someone?
Me? No. I've never touched the stuff. I'm on co-host because it's nice and has good tags.
Yeah,
especially
Ghost
if you
does
want
have a
certain
lot of
things.
indie game people on it, yes.
I was gonna ask. Do you want an invite? I have one.
Sure, I can take an invite.
Here you
People
go.
keep asking me, and I'm like, oh no, you don't waste it on me.
I literally have been going. Hey, do you want? I've been
The Blue
posting.
Sky rations going around.
It's at the point where it's not a ration anymore. It's just like
I know, 'cause
I keep
everyone's
going.
now just...
I
yeah.
keep going, hey, does anyone want this? And no one's saying anything. So I'm like, please, for the love of God, I am
that
trying.
silence has been so loud. I've seen so many links go out on like things, and then they like quietly get deleted. Like, okay, no one wanted.
Here's
that.
the thing is, I don't think Blue Sky is a very good website, but in terms of Twitter replacements, I think I have the most amount of mutuals like that I've had in other places
Yes.
on here as well, and and I need to cultivate that space more, or else this simply will not last.
Here's the thing. You know what co-host has got? It's got audio posts now. You can
That's
just
true.
make audio posts, and they're so fucking good.
You can't do that on
Which-
Blue Sky.
Which is something that you couldn't do on Twitter unless you had an iPhone,
Mm-hmm.
and that was
Yeah.
the only way you could make an audio post. So like, just
Well, you could if you had ingenuity like me, but
it's just bizarre. It's bizarre. Co-host rocks. I really like their stuff. And Blue Sky will probably be pretty cool too. It's just, same, different stroke, same thing. It all's identical. As long as you find your space, find your crew. Smaller social media is better.
I'm clicking between Twitter and Tumblr and Blue Sky all at once, and they all have a home link at the very top right under a logo. So,
Yep.
I'm getting tired of this world. Which, if you want to follow me at any of those places, I am FKA Socks on Twitter, on Blue Sky, on Tumblr, on don't add me on Discord. Add me if you know me, if you're my buddy, if you're my pal. I'll talk to you.
This conversation proves this is why we need Neopets back more than ever.
we need a new place. We need a new place online.
Oh, right. You can just add me at Chorby on Discord now. Oh, that's so easy. That's nice.
Neopets is going to become our endorphin port, and that's exciting. Okay. Anything I've forgotten? Yes, our music is by Melt Channel. Our theme song is Crush off the album Magic is Real. You can check out their work at meltchannel.bandcamp.com and their other active Magic Circuit at magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. That is going to do it for the Gamesline podcast. I'm going to give us a big ol' chugga-chugga, and then a good ol' good night, goodbye, bang, just like good old Kenny says. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Blue Sky Bridal is what I got located to. What the fuck is... Oh, this is like a local...
Yeah, that's right. That sounds right.